All right. I'm waiting for people to show up. We started late tonight. This is the weekly Alaboom. It is the 2nd of April in the year of our Lord, 2025. It is the longest running weekly video cast going in YouTube right now. Tonight's I'm a little tired, so tonight I'm going to be drinking an orange Kickstart today. If Mountain Dew would like to sponsor us in any way, shape, or form, I'll gladly accept any and all. I can be bought and sold cheaply. Uh, Waiting for Scott to show up. We're going to talk about a lot of things. The other people will show up obviously as well. I do have an initials ready to go if we get enough people to do it. Hello, Kabuki Kid. If anybody who's watching has any, this is like one of those moments where there's not much going on until there's somebody else for me to talk to. So if anybody wants to ask me a weird question, this is your chance. You can do so. Um, I guess we'll probably end up talking about tariffs a little bit, which will be boring, right? I mean, what a snooze of a question to have to talk about. But um, I mean, there's not much I can do about it. Like it's one of those things where it's like um uh it's one of those things where it's like um you can go punch a wall, if you will. I mean, it's and see what happens. Thank you for taking care of that with the Discord. Hey Robert, nice to see from you guys. I mean, the hilarious thing about the tariff plan uh is things like he's imposing a 10% tariff on the herd in McDonald Islands, which are like these two islands that are uninhabited. I mean, it's just all kinds of dumb stuff like that are involved with this, and people are going to pick this apart and pick it apart and pick it apart, and I guess what we end up talking about a lot is how it's going to affect, because we're mostly a channel that talks about board games, and we do delve into politics and movies and whatever culture we got going on. Hey Kip, um, we so it's one of those things where I don't understand it totally, but I do think that, I mean, it's just, hey Scott,
Hey,
um, well, Scott's here. So
yo.
yeah, I mean, I was talking to nobody and to the few people that have tuned in. I mean, I got a funny story to tell before if we want to have um a a few things. But I guess, yeah, actually I want to talk about that. I mean, we lost Val Kilmer, which stinks, right? I mean,
Yeah,
um
I like
had
Velcro.
massive health problems for like the last several years.
Decade.
You know, um One of those things that's pretty insane. I mean, obviously everybody will point to, I mean, there's like the few uh like the movies, like people say Real Genius is like their favorite movie with him. They'll say Tombstone, obviously. Um
Heat.
Heat.
But he's not really a main character. I mean,
He's not really a main character, but
he's good.
I mean, spoiler alert, he survives. So I mean, but
I think he's the only one that does, right?
yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he gets away.
Yeah, because his wife doesn't his wife takes the fall for him. Like she gives him the signal
Yeah,
when
she
he's
gets a
pull.
signal, and
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, and
Hands
it's one of
crossed.
the, she gives the signal to go on. Uh yeah, he was in Willow. I've never been a big fan of Willow. I don't know.
I never saw Willow.
Yeah, I
Mad
mean,
Mardigan, right?
yeah, I
I
mean,
could never get the hang of Willow. It was not
I'm
really
the
my
greatest
jam.
swordsman. I'm the greatest swordsman alive, or whatever. Just that whole.
People love it though.
Oh yeah, people do. I mean, and it's fine. Um,
Jim Moore, yeah, the dwarfs.
he played the dwarf.
So good.
So
Iceman.
yeah, well, obviously Top Gun. But I mean, like my two things about him, Top Gun and the sequel, obviously.
Batman.
Yeah, I mean, his Batman movie is pretty forgettable. I mean,
It's pretty bad.
it's pretty bad. I mean, um,
But we all
Uh,
went and saw it.
yeah, we did. I'll say this. I'll say that so I a movie that not many people have seen, but Spartan which is a David Mamet movie. That a young Kristen Bell plays the daughter of the president who is kidnapped, and Val Kilmer plays basically, this ultra hush hush top secret um agent that is trying to track her down, when like nobody else can. And it's one of those things, and
Name of it?
it's Spartan, and it's a very brutal movie. I mean, it is
Ooh.
not pull punches. He was in The Saint, yes, but I mean, I just
He was in True Romance too.
yep, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Although you never saw his face.
yeah, you never saw his face. But he was Elvis.
I never saw Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You say it's good.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a total banger. I mean, and truth be told,
Banger.
he takes a kind of secondary role to Robert Downey Jr. in that one, but he has some. I mean, why can't I think of the director's name? Um,
Shane Black.
Shane Black, yeah. I mean, and his movies are hit and miss. I mean, like his movies are either really, really good or they're horrible. I mean, it's just like, I mean, I've
No
seen
middle
both
ground.
spectrums. Yeah, there's just no middle ground with him. But like The Nice Guys, great movie. And he's got another one coming out that I'm excited to see. But Kiss Kiss Bang Bang has some just fabulous dialogue.
Is he in the
Uh,
Salton Sea?
yes, he was
I feel
really
like
good
I
in that
remember
as well.
seeing that.
Um,
I think I
he
wanted to like the Salton Sea better than I did, but I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. No, I thought that I mean it's just Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's the because Robert Downey Jr. is being they think he might be good for of this role in this movie, but he has to learn how to be a private detective. So they hire Val Kilmer, who is an actual private detective, and to him just follow him around so he can learn how like he goes about his day, and just like so he gets his on the job kind of idea of how it works or whatever like that. And it's just and like his name is Gay Perry in the movie, and it's like, oh, it's just like that's is that your real first name? He's like, no, it's a nickname. Gay? He's like, yeah. It's just like, because you're gay? No, I'm not gay at all. I just think it's a really cool name and I have it. Yes, of course I'm gay. I love men. It's just like it has some really, really and it's just all kinds of where he's just like when he gets mad at Robert Downey Jr., he says it's like if I looked up stupid in the dictionary, you know what I'd find? He's like, a picture of me. No, I'd find the definition of stupid, which you fucking are. Just like, Shane Black can write
Did
good
you ever see
dialogue.
The Ghost in the Darkness?
Yes.
Is that any good?
I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's a
Okay.
watch it once and be done, I
Never, that's with Michael Douglas too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're hunting the lions.
The other lions that learn a taste for human blood or
Right.
whatever. Um uh yeah. No. It was weird. The Michelle Monaghan, who plays the like kind of love interest in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I was sitting there watching, which if you haven't watched Bad Monkey, my wife and I are watching that. That is so good with Vince Vaughn on Apple TV. Um, there's a love interest in there, and I was like, where have I seen this person? And I couldn't figure it out, and then I realized it was that she played the love interest in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I like Michelle Monaghan. She's in
Yeah,
the latest the version of White Lotus latest.
I heard that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I mean,
I
Val
never saw
Kilmer,
Top Secret. I guess I should watch it now.
Top Secret. I mean, it drags. It drags in moments. Um, but it is good. Um, it has a lot of cool things going on. Um,
That was his first movie.
yeah.
Wow. Although
I
he was in a hold on, I had it up here a second ago. It was like an after school special.
hmm,
What is this? His first film or first acting job, I should say, not first film.
the um
Yeah, he was in an ABC after school special in 1972.
well, there you go.
Wonder what the issue of the day was. But it's weird. It lists that after Top Secret, which is weird because it says Top Secret 1984, ABC After School Special 1972.
Here's the women that um
Was he the
uh
real McCoy?
here's who he dated. Um Cher,
Yeah, I knew that.
Leslie Ann Warren, Cindy Crawford, Angelina Jolie, Daryl Hannah, and Ellen Barkin.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna say that's a
Who were the mother of his child?
Joanne Whaley was his wife. I was reading about him, and they met while he was doing Willow, and they were married for like 5 6 years, um they divorced, you know, for whatever reason. But they had two kids. They're both actors, the kids. So I don't know
His
anything.
daughter is 33 and his son is not 29.
Yeah, I don't know anything that anything that the daughter was in. Nothing. I was trying to find her um like her IMDb page, but his son, I knew because he played the character like Ozzy Osbourne, in a weird Norwegian metal movie that like somebody suggested that I watch. I can't remember the name of it though. But yeah.
He was the voice of Moses in The Prince of Egypt and God.
Oh,
Never saw it.
never saw it either. But yeah, I mean,
He was in Anna Alexander, King of Macedonia.
King of
Not
Macedonia.
him. What did he play? He played Philip, whoever that is.
Yeah, Lords of Chaos. That's what the name of the Norwegian black metal. It was about the 1990s Norwegian black metal scene. And somebody said you got to watch it because I'm a metal um uh guy,
No.
whatever. So not a great movie. Just say it was fine. It was fine. But uh
He's
I
in
wouldn't
a lot of movies here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was Jack Kilmer that was in that weird movie. Yeah, no,
103,
he did a lot of he was in a lot of stuff.
103 shows and movies, according to IMDb.
Um I remember watching Wonderland and not being impressed by it. Um
Wonderland.
it was based on the Wonderland murders. Um uh if he it was not
He played
great.
John Holmes.
Yeah, he played John Holmes.
Oh,
Um it was I remember like that was just one of those movies that was always at um in the video store I worked at. And
did you
eventually
ever
I
see
just
Red Planet? Never heard of that one.
let's see, Wonderland got a rating of 34%.
Carrie Ann
Okay.
Moss was in that one.
Good. Yeah, no, Spartan is really, really good. If you I mean I don't even know. I mean, I think I still have the DVD somewhere, but uh it is yeah, it's super good.
Looks like a show I would like.
Yeah, no, it
And it's a short movie. It's only an hour 46.
Yeah, it is not and it goes by quick. Um and it's like he is a uh like the premise of it is that legend was that like uh Leonidas of Sparta um would send one man, one person from his army for when people would request for aid. And so then that's that he's like the one
He's that
man.
guy.
He's the one man.
He's the
So
guy.
um but yeah, no, it is and like I said, it's in a very, very young Kristen Bell in the movie. Like I mean I had to be reminded that like because she would have been like I think 21 when she was in it, 20 or 21, maybe even younger. I don't know, but she had just like started like in Veronica Mars.
I have a
When
grievance.
I have a funny story. Do you want to hear my funny story before you do your grievance?
Sure.
Well, I have agreements as well, but it's just airports suck and their parking lots suck. And when you actually like have most of the airport under construction and has been for 2 years, and there's only like one little lane of traffic to to go pick up people at the airport, it really sucks. But we had to go pick up our kid from the airport, and two people on their Nerf team, they got him. And so like, and
Got
then
him.
they, well, no, they so they're down to two,
Oh,
and my kid's been gone the entire time, so like they can't really, and multiple situations where people have tried to like come up and pretend they were like DoorDash or something, or like just like really ridiculous things. And one person parked outside the house for like 2 hours, just waiting for somebody to come out, and nobody ever did. And so tonight we had this we took two cars to the airport because we were like, because nobody showed up today looking for my kid, to shoot him with a Nerf gun. And so we said, okay, well, either they figured out that they're not in town or they're just giving up, but let's take two cars to the airport and
I
just
got
in case. And
real
so
spy shit right there.
yeah. And then hold on a second. I think the kid wants a hug here. Hold on one second.
Hey, Matt.
Now you're going to bed?
Hey, Aldi, how's it
All right.
going?
Love you.
Love you.
Be better.
Could be better.
Good night. I'm happy you're home.
Still trying to think of what this tariff thing's gonna do to
Oh
everybody.
fuck yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
It
I
ain't great.
can't. I hope it doesn't last very long.
That's my grievance, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
everybody's grievance.
we'll
Well,
talk about. We got to talk about that.
I basically delayed all my purchases for the year.
I fed him today.
Or
Hey, we got to
create new
clean out
projects.
your one filter, by the way.
Okay.
So we got to do that tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. So I left. We were driving home from the airport. Takes about 15, 20 minutes to
Oh, the
get home.
story's not over.
No, it's not over.
Okay.
So the whole thing was, it was like we picked him up and we were like, okay, we sent in Caleb to get the luggage. And then we were like, and then so like dashed into my
You think
wife's
they
car.
followed you to the airport?
Well, I mean, so here's the deal. So we drove home, and I had nobody in my car. It was just me. And it was just, so I got home first.
Did someone do a drive-by on you?
And I pulled in, and I was pulling into my cul-de-sac, and there's this car with its lights on sitting at this intersection, just sitting there as I'm driving. I'm like, there's no reason. And it's like I said, we're in the middle of a blizzard right now. We've gotten like 6 inches of snow. And there's like, first of all, nobody's driving right now. Nobody's out. And the fact that this
Except for
car is
kids with
just,
Nerf guns.
just sitting there, I was like, that's weird. That like somebody's just sitting there. And so then I pulled in, and I was waiting, and they didn't pull in or anything like that. And then I pulled around to like go to the garage, and I started pulling into my driveway, and I saw the car kind of pulled in. We have a dog bone cul-de-sac, so the entrance comes up here, and there's two cul-de-sacs on either side. So I'm over here. And so they pulled in really, really slowly, And they were just, and I was like, yeah, that's going to be kids that are trying to get my kid. And I pull in and I'm in the garage and I start thinking about getting out. And all of a sudden, these two kids pop up on either side of my car in my garage with Nerf
In
guns
the
and
garage?
in the garage. And because I'd opened the
So they
garage.
broke in?
Well, no, I mean, I opened my
Or you opened
garage.
the door and they ran inside?
They ran inside. And so when I hit the button, so they ran inside and they're like, oh, they're like, you're not, it's like, you're the dad. And I was like, yeah, you need to get out of here. And then they kind of were like talking to me and stuff like that. And then here comes my wife and my kid's in the car and then Caleb gets out, starts walking in, and they immediately race over to like shoot him, and then they realize that no, it's not, and they're like, and I lied and I said, yeah, no, the plane's delayed. They don't get until like midnight or something. And I was hoping they were going to go to the airport and stake out the airport at midnight, but unfortunately my kid didn't duck down. So then they saw and they're like, yeah, let's get him. And they're like, but the door's locked. You can't shoot him inside a car. So they're just, and so then I was like, you got to go. And they're like, no, 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 we're going to stay right here. And I was like, no, you're going to get out of here. It's like, no, no, we can be in the street. We can be in the street. And I was like, fine. And so I went and I pulled my car out of the garage so my wife could park in the garage. And they tried to stand in front of my wife's car. Now, if I had been driving that car, I would have just started kept moving. I was like, "You're gonna get out of the way eventually, buddy." I just like, I have no problem, But Rebecca wouldn't do it because she's too nice. And so we actually, I mean, I was home probably an hour ago, but we had to call the person running the event and basically say it's just like because they're like no no we can be in the street we can block cars and we had to actually call the person that's in charge and he said you can't block parents trying to pull into their park garage. It's like your team's gonna be disqualified if you don't get out of the way. And then they were like and
Wow,
then
you had to call?
we
Is
had
that
to
why?
call because they literally like there was three of them standing in front of my wife's car and they weren't letting her pull into the driveway. They weren't letting her go. And the thing is that if they step onto the driveway, I can say you're trespassing. You got to get out of here, and then they have to leave. And then they're like, "Oh, we can still snipe. We can still snipe." And I was like, "You really think we're just not going to close the garage door?"
Yeah,
I
like
was just like, and
Is
and
this a
then
gotcha tournament?
it's a yeah like a tag the assassination game or like what
gotcha. That was the movie I was trying to remember. Gotcha.
so
We
and
had
it's
that
like
at my high school.
Anthony Edwards was in that movie, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's big money. It's like the winning team gets like $1,500. So
They outlawed it at my school.
yeah.
It got a little out of control.
Well, you can't do it at the school. You can't do it on school grounds. Like the only place you can get kids is like you can't get them at work. You can't get them um you can't get them at any school function. So like if your kid goes to like, play at a like goes to play football or something and they can't get them at a school function. So there's a lot of rules governing it. But yeah, I had to be like, okay, you need to get going. Uh you need to go. And then I mean, and I was just like, and I was like, at some point, I said, I'm just going to pick you up and drag you out of here. I was just like, I guarantee you, I'm stronger than you. And they're like, oh, if you, he's like, oh, no, no, don't touch me. I was like, but eventually they left and I saluted their gamesmanship and I said, some other time. And, yeah, I mean, the thing is that they just have, I mean, they have a 4-2 advantage and they just have to survive. Uh, you keep that advantage until Saturday at midnight, and then they'll win the week. And my kid's team is out. So it's just kind
Yeah,
of
it seems
like,
like everybody should just lay low.
well, yeah, and that's just, and I'm just kind of like, it kind of, what do I care, right? It's not none of my business. I'm not playing, but I'm like, if I was on the two people, it's like I talked to the other two people. It's like, what were you doing? That like you just ended up, but apparently like one of them was like actually like they were shooting at each other kind of thing, like one last man standing kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It is good for them. It ought to be a kid, right? And also, it's like, and even one of them was like, "You're taking this too seriously. We gotta go." And he's like, "I want the money. I want the money." He's just like, and I was like, like when you like, $1,500, split up, three ways is what $375 or whatever. It's like to think like to Can you imagine like being that excited about $375? I mean, I wouldn't say no if somebody was like, "Hey, here's $375." I would be saying, "Nah, rip it up, throw it in the air." I mean, but they camped outside in the blizzard next to my house, next to our house, like basically hiding behind the garbage cans along the side of the house, in our lawn for over an hour, waiting for us to come home
Amazing.
to shoot somebody with a Nerf gun. So good for them, I guess. Anyway,
I guess.
but hey, tariffs.
Yeah, that's my grievance.
Well, so I
I
started
so
talking about it. I
I
started
can't even
talking about it. Go
I can't
ahead.
even get in my head of like what is the reason? Like what is the underlying like is there a I can
You're
understand
gonna
that
make yourself
reason.
mad trying to think of a reason, Albie, because
No, no,
you're
I know exactly what the reason is. Yeah, I know exactly what the reason is.
What's the reason?
It is to devalue like basically.
Every other country's currency?
Well, no, no, it is the end goal is to make the rich even richer, right? I mean, it's to like it's to tank the stock market to the point where you can buy low and then you remove it and then it climbs back up. And then all of a sudden the stuff that you bought low is worth more in the end. That's what it is.
That's the goal.
Oh, absolutely. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with helping anybody. It is all about the 1% who aren't going to be affected by this stuff. It's like the old saying. Somebody said to me, it's like if you uh I think I told you about this, Scott, in one of our phone conversations, but uh if a speeding violation is $100 to somebody that has $1 million, that's nothing. It means nothing to them. But somebody who lives paycheck to paycheck, $100 is a ton. A fine isn't a penalty if it doesn't hurt. And so that's one of those things where if you make everything cost 3 or 4 times as much, well, I got $10 million. Who cares? I mean, I'll weather this just fine. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Eventually, I'll buy up enough equity in all these things, and I can show that like whatever. And then eventually, when the either like the end goal happens or whatever, the rich will have even more. And that's
Hmm.
I can't believe anything other than that. And it has nothing to do with gotta make it so Americans they can, have good free trade or whatever. Everything sucks.
No.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, I understand that we have a very, very laser focus on since we produce almost all of our board games in China.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that we have a laser focus on that,
Hmm.
but it's across the board, right? I mean, how
Oh
much
yeah, no,
stuff
it's not
comes
just
out of
us.
China? It's
Yeah,
not
no,
just board
everything.
games. And
I would say 90% of all stuff sold in America, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it comes out of Vietnam. I mean, a lot of clothes come out of
Sure.
Vietnam. A lot of
But that's still got a tariff on it too.
well, no, I agree. I agree. I'm not trying to split hairs here. I mean, it's it's one of those things where, I mean, some of the stuff is stupid where it's just like Trump says he talked to Lee Iacocca about his tariff plan. Lee Iacocca has been deceased since 2019.
When did that come out?
Oh, he was one of those things where he just blathered about, oh yeah, lots of great minds. I spoke to Lee Iacocca about this. It's like, and maybe he did. Maybe he had a conversation with him about it in 2010 about how cool tariffs would be or whatever. But, you know, and then Trump is imposing a 10% tariff on the Heard and McDonald Islands. The Heard and McDonald Islands are uninhabited. It's just,
Interesting.
it's,
According to a stats I just looked at, now this is not up to date. It says as of 2022, imports of goods and services amounted to 15.59% of US gross domestic product. I don't know if I believe that. Like it would be higher than that. The United States is the largest goods importer in the world. 3.2 trillion in 2022. Hmm. I know I'm getting like varying numbers here. Census.
it is difficult to track down
Anyway,
exactly.
uh, There's going to be a lot of pain. These numbers are not nothing for many of the companies in our industry.
Oh, I know. And every single company who uh every single company who has still had stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna point any fingers or whatever, but I mean one of the smartest things uh one of the smartest things that my boss did was he got everything out of China before this. Like he was like,
Yeah,
you
sure.
know, I mean, you just get it out of there, and we
Get it
got
out.
it out. We got it out. Like the last stuff came in like the second week of January or whatever. So it's just like, um, yeah. I mean, like here's like, not to alarm everyone too much, but the U.S. stock market has lost over 2 trillion in the last 20 minutes. That's
Is that the futures market?
yeah. I mean, it's just like, and so now they're saying basically all the rich people just bought shorts. You know,
Right.
you, you know. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's I mean it's just it's we're powerless, and um we don't have much to do. Um uh
Well, like I'm just kind of thinking like, I mean, there's probably a good dozen companies right now that have probably outstanding Kickstarters over $1 million, right? Like $1 million in products,
you know,
at least. I know Simon has several that have not come to the States yet. Anyway, just thinking about it. I don't believe, yeah, I have to think that the statement of other countries will be paying it even is believable by that person, that statement. It's been said so many times, I think they're just being defiant.
true. Oh,
Anyway,
well, love to love to see when people pop their heads out of the dirt to say something incredibly stupid. I'm gonna have to share this with you. Sorry, I apologize everybody for the vagary, because I don't want to have to but I'll just send you a whole message there, Scott. That was on a recent post by um
yeah,
yeah, no, yeah. More fuel to the dirtbag fire. I'll just say as far as that goes. I I don't even know what to say about people. I mean, it's fine. People can hate and love and whatever. They can do what they want, but I am a firm belief that yeah, I don't know. I just holy crap. I He tried to friend me.
this
That
person,
person I just messaged you about.
whatever.
Nah, whatever. And
Short memory,
denied.
apparently.
Yeah, short memory. Oh my God.
So I played a pretty good game this weekend.
Is it called tariffs?
No, I played two really good games this weekend. We finished another section of the Wandering Galaxy game, which is very good. Still pretty funny.
Okay.
Um, I like that game, but I'm not sure. It's weird. Like I guess the way it's made is to play it multiple times because you only play four missions to and you basically pay off your ship and I guess that's done. Although I haven't seen what the end game looks like. But do you just like start over again with new characters and new decisions? Like I think that's probably the idea of it. Like you go a different path, right, to go. Which is a little I was hoping that one game would just be we get to see lots of content. We're not seeing ton of the content is basically on rails a little bit, it feels for me,
Hmm.
which is fine because the game is very good, but I'm just a little slightly disappointing. I guess I have to know what the final goal of the game is and see. I don't know. We'll get through it. Anyway, it's very good. I'm trying not to. It's not a bag. I'm just saying like it is not what I thought it was as far as a game. Um, but the other game we played was Wondrous Creatures. Have you heard of this game, Wondrous Creatures?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Like it's so good, and the artwork is amazing, all by one person, I think. Like it's a game with like 200 cards, and they're all unique monsters, creatures, and they all have really. It's a very cool kind of Everdell-ish, like if you played Everdell, where every creature does something different in the game. It's a game like you're buying cards, and the cards are the monster, the creatures, and they go in your tableau and they give you effects. Some of them are instant, some are end games scoring, some are like abilities that keep going over and over. So it is very good. I give it a big thumbs up. It's the only problem is it's hard to find. It was a Kickstarter, right?
Aldi gives it two big thumbs
I
up.
give it 2 thumbs up. I got two
Two.
thumbs to give.
Hey, Forrest is here, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, we
Oh,
got we
I just
got
lowered it.
Oh,
we
a
got we
berry as
got
well.
we got French Berry here.
Hey, French berry.
La la.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la la
What's the
la
tariff
la
on?
la la
What's the
la.
tariffs on France? Oh, it's Europe though, so it's like generic, right?
I
There's
don't know.
yeah,
I've just woke up.
it's something like 30%.
I just woke up. What's going on?
Oh, you just woke up to this nightmare?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I woke up an hour ago. I've been playing No Man's Sky for about an hour, and I thought
Oh,
that's it. Let's see if Lance is
Somebody
here.
somebody still has to, right?
I
Yeah.
heard the game is good now.
It. I don't know if it's good. It's just it. The engine's better.
It's fun.
It can be if you like Minecrafty things. You like going collecting resources, doing little quests to
Scans.
collect stuff and taking pictures and shit like that, and then build your own base. But it's just nice to explore. I feel kind of Star Trek-ish, going to a different
I
planet and
felt
then
I felt that way when I played it back when it came out.
yeah,
Felt good.
yeah. It's got a lot better.
Yeah. It's got game in there now.
Good question. Not really.
Oh,
It's still just a, open world sandbox thing. You just go and pick up stuff and drop stuff off and collect this and build whatever you want.
you define your own goal.
Yeah. I
Wasn't
mean,
the goal to get to the center of the universe or something like that, though?
yes, it was. There is a story and there's some little branching stories as well. And there's just a shit ton of stuff to do. So you can find like a Cylon ship and then try and build that up. You got organic ships and try and build them up. They've just introduced fossils collections, which is it's not something that I'm going to do. Go around collect fossils and then make a big
Of every
statue.
every animal in that game,
Sorry.
of every creature in that game, you can collect a fossil.
Well, it's basically you collect a load of little puzzle pieces and then you just chuck them together how you want.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Weren't they going to do another game?
Yeah, they're doing
It seemed like it was
No
interesting.
Man's Fire, not No Man's Fire, something
No
like that.
Man's Kingdom.
No, no. Start No Fires or something like that. But
No Man's Sky.
oh God.
Next game.
Hello Games.
Light No Fire.
Like No Fires. Yeah.
What and that? I don't remember what that was about.
Well, it's going to be the same kind of thing, I think, but it's like
But
a
it's
fantasy on
yeah, it
one
was more
planet.
fantasy. Yeah.
So
I mean, I kind of want a smaller scope, honestly.
yeah. Uh, yeah.
I mean, I remember spending like a good hour or two on like every planet I went to, and I'm like, this is how. And there was millions of planets in this game.
Yeah. It does get repetitive after a while. There's nothing
Yeah,
really
nothing
new.
new after a while. Yeah.
But it just takes me back to those, what was it, mercenary days? Or Epic? Not Epic. Oh God, Elite.
Oh, Elite.
Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
remember playing
You just
Elite and
yeah, I did.
Frontier and
Yeah, Yeah, yeah. You would basically make your own kind of game.
Yeah, but you had an object. Oh, Damocles, that was the one that was the one we enjoyed.
Damn it.
It was like you had like 27 days to stop this comet from destroying your planet, and you had like a little galaxy, and so you had to put the pieces together, and there were built little buildings. It was all isometric line buildings, but they were colored
Oh
in.
my
They were
gosh, I never played that. I mean, I think I remember hearing about it though, yeah.
yeah,
But I
because there
never
was
played it.
Mercenaries 2, and then the third one was Damocles, which was this kind of like you had this countdown to but it was like real time. You had like 27 days or something like that, 30 days to stop this asteroid from destroying your planet. And you had to put the pieces
Look at
together.
the
You had to fly to
graphics
this
on this
planet.
one. So high res. Look at that.
Yeah, that's Mercenary.
That's Mercenary.
Yeah.
That's Mercenaries, the second city.
Yeah. That's just amazing. It was just like
We were
discovering
so
everything.
amazed too, also, right? Like
Mm.
now we're just like drenched in high definition and incredible detail and so empty. I don't know, something about it, you know what I mean?
Sony
Yeah.
said they were going to take a step back from that, and they were considering readjusting their stance on cutting edge graphics being super important, or something along those lines. I just saw a day or two ago.
I think it's a waste of time for good cutting edge graphics, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Gameplay
think
is
for
more
most
important,
games.
way more important. Anyway,
Intrigue
like
as
you could have
well.
boxes and circles if it's fun. Like who cares? Like it's
Like look at abstract games.
yeah, yeah. If your game system is fun, people will play it.
Mm.
I mean, look at what's it called? Sun. What was that game called? The farming game, not the farming game. The one where you're like trying to get your farm, your grandfather's farm. Sunset.
Sunset. Oh yeah,
What was it called?
the Harvest Moon ripoff.
Yeah. Or why am I drawing a blank on this? I feel like I played
Stardew
it.
Valley.
Stardew Valley. Yeah,
That's it.
there you go. The graphics are not amazing. They're like 16-bit
I
RPG.
mean, I've always voted for smoothness over graphicness. There was nothing worse than, playing Skyrim and it was chuggering and it was like, for fuck's sake, just don't worry about the detail. Just make it look smooth and make it look like I am slashing that sword or picking that thing up. And then obviously the gameplay, as you said, that's the important part. The important part is the intrigue as well. A lot of video gamers are getting away from the hand-holding kind of mechanism of, oh, you need to go here and do this to complete the quest.
Yeah.
They're just like going, oh, there's something over there. You figure it out.
We played The Legend of Zelda without any guides.
Yeah.
Me too.
We pushed every rock in the game to find the
Trying
dungeon.
to figure everything out. Yeah.
Remember
There was
that?
a lot less choices back then, though. In all fairness,
Sure.
I mean, I grew up with The Legend of Zelda, so I get it. But I mean, trying to
what
compare how many
platform?
options you had back then to now is
On what
staggering. People don't want
platform?
to spend the time.
What was your platform you were playing it on?
NES.
Really?
Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, my aunt had one. I used to play it all the time.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It was like the first game that had a battery in it that you could save your game.
Really?
Yeah. The gold cartridge.
Yeah, it was golden cartridge.
I do remember
So
the
I
golden
remember
cartridge.
we traded in the worst game I ever played on an NES called like Bill Lambier's combat basketball or something like that. And we took it back. And they're like, no, you can't return it, but we give you store credit. I'm like, okay, well, we'll get this Zelda game. That was our trade.
Oh,
I expected
nice.
more. Out of
It
the
was
Bad
just
Boy
amazing.
Pistol
Like,
itself.
it was such a great trade. Like the Bill Lambiers.
I
Terrible
remember I
basketball game.
traded in 5 games on my Coleco for a game called Gateway to Afshay.
Yeah, I know that one. That's like a rogue game.
It
First
was
one.
like the closest thing to D&D that we could get.
Yeah, it's like a roguelike. Roguelike.
Yeah.
It was the original one of the original rogue.
Yeah, we loved it because you could get
Yeah,
like
it was amazing. That game was amazing. I played that game.
Yeah, you can get like salves to like heal you.
Yeah,
And,
so good.
yeah.
Oh man, those were the days.
So new t-shirt campaign coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I get my 5%.
Yeah.
We released a second
You want
image.
to take 5% from the kids, Lance? That's
Oh, it's for
that
kids.
tells me all I need to
Oh,
know.
it's for kids. I'll take 10%.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know the value of money.
It's for the sick kids hospital.
Oh, sick. 15. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep sweetening the pot.
don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I took your advice, picked up Strike. $6 on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the dice game Strike?
The Risk Strike. I don't know. I've never played a Risk Strike. Lance,
But I mean, is it
talked up.
Strike? Is it the Strike dice game underneath?
I haven't opened it.
Yes.
Do you throw dice in a pit and try to knock things out?
That's
Yeah,
inside
but-
of the box, so I don't know.
That is
That's
not.
Lance.
That's not it.
Well, I know Strike. I own Strike.
Right, but you would have an arena of dice.
I know. Well, maybe you roll it in there. I don't know.
Let me see it. Are there cards?
Yeah, there's cards. Ask
card-
Lance. He's the one who recommended it. Oh no.
It's a fun little twist on Strike.
Is it chips?
I mean, it's probably got too much game for Strike, if you know what I mean. Does that
Yeah,
make
that's what I
sense?
want.
But yeah,
$6.50. I couldn't say no.
$6.50.
I only needed about 3.
God damn Loch Ness monster. $3.50.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say as far as the whole. I mean, like the tariff stuff is annoying, but it's also kind of annoying when everybody's got an opinion now, and everybody seems to be an economist or whatever. I mean, it's just kind of like everybody seems.
It would be nice to know some reasons behind this, honestly, instead of just these random. It seems like random acts of violence.
Well, it's because they. Well, don't you feed on at the trough? I mean,
No.
for too long, have we?
Oh well.
Have we been forced to, just give up everything to? I don't even know what I'm
Is that so?
talking about. I mean, I don't feel that way at all. It's just.
By the way, all I can think about is the scene in Ferris Bueller talking about tariffs.
Oh yeah, the Haley. Yeah,
The Laffer curve.
Anyone?
The Laffer curve is quite controversial. George Bush described it as something due economics.
DOO
economics. Oh, voodoo. Anyone? Voodoo economics.
And no, and the United States fell deeper into depression. Depression. Yeah, no, it's yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everything's gonna cost more, right? I mean, there's a reason why on our last.
Isn't everything already costing more? I feel like everything.
Well, yeah, but everything's gonna cost even more than it already costs.
Great, come what may. I mean,
yeah, I mean, no, I mean, what's gonna happen is it sucks that a lot of people are gonna hate everything, and they're gonna be sad, and they're gonna be strung out and nervous and whatever, but it's gonna be so fucking horrible that people are gonna be like, yeah, no, you will never. The Republicans just. I mean, who knows? I mean,
I disagree with that philosophy because that already happened.
Don't blame the Democrats.
Anyway,
I don't.
It's all about dividing everybody instead of unifying, right? That's the strategy.
Yeah,
Their strategy.
Going very well.
I don't know if I necessarily want to get into it. I don't want. It's a little.
I know you don't want to get into it, Scott. I know it. Because every time we almost get there, you're like, nope, we're done.
Yeah, probably not worth going down this path.
Let's talk about Catan, Hawaii.
How's your Hobbit hole coming?
I was gonna go today, but there was like a tornado. And so it was like a tornado, yeah, like a couple days ago, like 10 minutes away from where it is. So I haven't had a chance to check out the camper itself, but
That would feel like it would be prime Hobbit hole in time.
well, it's also spring break. So
Oh,
I can't just we're going Friday. We're spending the night Saturday because we got a big meeting.
You're gonna sleep in the Hobbit hole?
No, at the
Oh.
camper. I got a camper
the
up on
camper.
the lake. Yeah.
Got it.
But we got a meeting on Saturday because I think I told you about how we're at risk of like losing the campground. Like the campground might get taken away by the government because somebody in the 80s ran off with a big box of money and we were like a non-for-profit. Nobody reported it to the government. Now we're talking to the government. And shit's looking bad because we only have like a 100-year lease. And the lease is running up in like 17 years. And we might get it taken away early. And the baseball stadium that we're attached to is like, fuck you guys, because we're owned by the same land. So technically we're like, should be together, but they're trying to like squeeze us out because they're actually a successful business, pretty much the only successful business in the whole damn town that actually has people go there because it's such a small ass town that no one visits. And it's, like the population's like, I think it's like 250, 300 people. It's like nothing. It's like a trailer park pretty much and some houses. But yeah,
do you ever have a normal life?
that's what. Like, what's that noise? It's just that I got a little camper. I got a little camper.
No, but you got a little camper, but now you're dealing with big government coming in trying to steal your land. And
I tried to deal with big government. I tried to help the fucking president. You know what he said? I said it was the last meeting of the year, and we sat and we talked. There's like four of us because one guy had been there for like 40 years, and he didn't like me, but he ended up liking me. But he didn't at first because you know me, and and like it's really bad. And so I was like, I'm going to try and help. I reached out to him. I sent him a message. I messaged him twice. It's like, all right, what can I do? How can I help? Because he's the president, but I don't want to say anything mean, but he's got a lot of other problems in his life at the time. Like everyone at this campground's like, the rent's $400 for a year pretty much with electricity. So it's a very low income it's a lot of low income families there who have just been legacied in there because their great grandma used to go here like 60 years ago, that sort of thing. And so I tried to help. I was like, all right, I want to help you in any way I can. I got all this unlimited time. I can look into it. Like I could do all this sort of stuff. And the fucking asshole never messaged me back. He never fucking messaged me back. This is my kids. Like, I love this place. My grandma gave it to me. I have so many strong memories. And, like, I was adamant. Like, I want to help with this. He's like, yeah, we'll talk. That fucking prick. Twice I messaged him. Never fucking messaged me back. So I am going to be there Saturday. I'm going to bring that shit up. And then I'm going to vote for whoever the fuck is running for president against him as strongly as possible. And I sincerely hope somebody's running because I don't want to have to fucking do it. And I won't. But if somebody else is, I'm going to be lighting a fire on that fuckface's ass, and we're getting a new fucking president at the campground. I was so mad at that fucking guy. I spent like 3 hours that day looking into the laws around this sort of thing because it's a really weird circumstance where the government just gave us the land as long as we keep horses away from the fucking train track because it was written so long ago. That's all our conditions. We have to maintain the land and keep the horses 10 yards away from the trains. And it's just, oh man. Yeah. So yeah, it gets me hot and bothered. But I'm going to be there Saturday because I'm sure it's going to come up the topic of, hey, we might lose the fucking campground, everybody. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, this fuckface didn't want my help in a nice way. So, yeah, I'm voting I got a lot to say on Saturday. I'm very annoyed with this guy.
Is that your speech verbatim?
I don't know what my speech is. I don't know. But I'm going to let everyone know that I offered to help and I really wanted to help. And this guy decided that he was going to do everything fucking himself. So unless it's all fucking roses and daisies that he's telling us, which I doubt it will be, I hope I'm wrong. I sincerely hope I'm wrong. 155%. He needs to fucking go. Like if there's somebody reaching out, like, I really want to help you with this. And I've been here longer than you have. I've been at this fucking campground longer than you, dude. The only reason you're president is because your aunt was president and that she died. and all the, like there's a bunch like dude, it's a whole bunch of families have known each other for so long. It's so petty sometimes. Oh, I love it because I don't give a shit. Like I don't care what anybody thinks. I just love basking in all the pettiness. And I never mow my grass, so everybody just passive aggressively complains about me, but only the old people. Oh man, love that place. My problem is my wife never visits. She hates it. Never comes up ever. She'll come up for the day every once in a while, but that's because the kids will bug her.
A sign.
It's a
sign. Let me give it a sign. They must be cast out. What have I done with the chat?
That
That's
was
pretty normal
fantastic.
stuff, though, right? Like everybody deals with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
Robert.
mundane shit which
Robert
really frustrates you.
Just said, is Forrest having a stroke?
I mean, I've done that recently with the village football club for the kids. It's
John-
like, they're just mismanaging everything, and it's like I'm trying to communicate to them, but they just don't want to hear my bad French. And it's like, whatever. And it's like, my wife's got the WhatsApp because that's how they communicate. They don't put a poster on and say, okay, there's going to be training this day. There's training this day. We're playing a match this day. No, everything's on WhatsApp last minute. It's like, okay, we got a game coming up. Are you gonna have is your son going to be able to play? And it's like, we've planned something for that day now because you haven't given us advance warning. And it's like, for fuck's sake. And then there's the discipline of the kids, and it's like I'm watching these trainers just let the kids do whatever the fuck they want. You know, they concentrate on one kid, right? And they say, right, take the ball, go in between the cones, and all the other kids are fucking about and doing shit and beating each other up.
It's the fucking worst. I had a football league like that once. And it
come on, discipline.
And your kid's the one that, like, oh yeah, there was 3 kids that they pretty much just fucking gave up on, and mine was one of them. And it was just, it was supposed to be an educational based league, and I went out there, and that guy was like, why are you going out here and talking about this like this? And I was like, because there's 2 other parents who should be out here doing it with me. And like, dude, one of them eventually came out, and he's like, I'm glad somebody said it, you know. And it was like, ooh, yeah.
I never got to that stage because I don't have confidence in my French. And so I'd go home, rant to my wife, and then my wife would rant on WhatsApp. And then we said, right, we're taking him out because it's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. He's not getting any better because my son, when he plays football, he dances. When the ball's nowhere near him, he's just like doing this. It's like, for fuck's sake. No, watch that person. Mark that person. Go on, chase them. Get the ball. Tackle. Don't fall on the ground. Oh. So it's like, it's comical watching him play football.
How old is he?
He's 7 going 8. And then you got
I
these
think
other
kids at that
7
level
and 8
don't
year
really
olds.
get the concept of some of that stuff sometimes.
Yeah. He just likes being with other kids.
It's only like David Beckham type kids, you know, like Like, have you seen video of David Beckham at like 7 or 5 or whatever the hell he was?
I can't recall.
So there's a David Beckham documentary, by the way. It's pretty great. It's really good.
Unlike him.
He's the guy that married Victoria Spice, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that how he got famous?
No. He's
No,
one of the best soccer players in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, football?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like won World Cup and things like that.
So my friend John Peterson lives in Fargo. He says he wants you to live stream that meeting, please. He's just
I've thought about I'm doing the Hobbit whole thing, and I feel like I'm going to at least mention it. Like, oh yeah, we got this meeting now, or we're talking about this. Like, because so I think
one second. Since we're all here, I gotta grab my initials, or I left them in another room. 1 second. Good night, Barry.
No, not me, Matt.
Night, man.
Night.
You head down now?
Well, if
You
we're
wanna do
doing initials next,
He's gonna
I'll
do
that.
initials. You gotta.
I'm
perk
fucking
up.
beat though.
Do a.
Oh,
Yeah,
Evan, it's been 2 weeks since I called, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll ship it out to you." I called yesterday or 2 days ago. It was still there.
Oh no.
And I finally got a charge. They shipped it back to me, but they charged me to ship it back to me. Like, come on. You know how much they charged me?
No.
I'm almost
Oh.
embarrassed to say the charge on my card today was $200.
To ship
Sure.
that thing?
What's the shipping? Oh wait, is
My
this what you were
fucking
talking about last
shaving
week?
kit.
Dude.
Oh, this is the one that Evan recommended.
No. Oh, and on top of that, the only reason why I know it was $200 because I was in my credit card today because someone stole my credit card number and
Ugh.
charged like 5 YouTube brides a seaplane from Vancouver to one of the small islands, and for
What?
$254.99.
Is that all? It costs to rent a
It's just
seaplane?
a hop. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
I feel like you could track that person down.
It's like it's like
Yeah, I
a
feel like they
15
could
minute
track
flight.
that person. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
It's like a taxi.
Yeah, it's taxi. But holy shit, like I saw this $200 charge. I'm like, Dad, for what?
It's
Anyways,
ridiculous.
today
Right,
has not
is your
been a
credit
good
card
day.
going to
Sorry,
cancel
dude,
them
that's
out?
ridiculous.
How's that going to play out? Do you know?
I've canceled it. They filed the grievance or the claim. I'll probably see it within 20 days. But my biggest concern is that I got a new card before I go to Niagara.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will because it's
Coming up.
20 days away,
Right.
19 days away.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for initials?
Jeez.
Sure.
Holy cow! My
Oh my God!
boss is-
What just happened?
Everybody be
What's going
quiet.
on?
Whoa, we're
Is he
talking
gonna talk-
fucking tariffs.
is he gonna
That's what's
talk about
going
tariffs?
on.
Are the tariffs gonna become? Are we talking about tariffs?
Hey, did you have something you wanted to add to the tariffs conversation, boss?
To come in here because I knew that had to be what was being talked about. So I figured
That's one of the things.
I would just come and listen to all the pain.
Yeah.
Well, so I was bragging you up a little bit. So, I mean, and without you being here, your ears must have been burning. I said one of the smartest things that Shane did was he made sure everything was out of China before the shit hit the fan. So I remember like, you got everything out before everything was going to cost us more. And we put every
And
single
now
one
I
of
want to
our-
get myself. Now I want to get myself out of America before the shit hits the fan. So it's too late. It's already hitting the fan.
Can we go to Matt's place? We crash at your place? Can we crash at your pad?
I
Matt?
got room.
Yeah.
There's just two of us here. Big house.
I'll sleep on the floor. I don't care.
So, I mean, and I was frustrated because like everybody's hit social media and everybody seems to think they either know the answers or everybody just wants to like, I don't know what. I mean, nobody has any
Express
answers.
themselves. Let it
Well, they
out.
want to express themselves, but a lot of it is just meaningless, right? I mean, it's just like, oh, it's just like this is horrible, and I'm standing with all of my publishing brothers and sisters. It's like, thanks, I guess. I mean,
Does it mean a lot to you?
I guess I appreciate it more than ha ha, suck it, fuckers. So I'm glad that that's important. But I mean, I don't know what else to even say. I mean, it's just kind of like everybody wants to say that this is, like, I don't know. I don't have a good answer.
So what do you think is going to be the most likely outcome? The MSRPs go up, the shipping goes up overall. Like what do you think is going to be the big takeaway? Is $60
All of the
MSRP the thing of the past?
Well, definitely. But I mean, here's the thing. I feel really bad for people who have stuff on the water that is going to hit, and this 54% tariff is actually going to hit them. But I feel like I'm not freaking out right now because I don't know how long this will be sustainable. Like, they're going to have riots in the streets at a 54% tariff on everything from China. And it won't, it's just going to take long enough for those first containers to come in and people have to go to Amazon or wherever it is they normally get their stuff. Trump supporters, it doesn't matter what you are, you're going to be hit with a massive increase. And then the people who have had their head in the sand, and there are many of them, they'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then they'll be like enlightened. And I don't know, like
you hope.
I'm just I just feel like
I still think
They blame Biden.
I mean, if other things that have come to light in the past few years haven't already woken somebody up about this stuff, I don't think this will do it either.
no, this hits their wallet.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sure
gonna say
they'll blame.
Yeah.
pocketbook's
They'll
different.
they'll just
wallet,
they'll,
that's
they will, there
everything.
something else will be to blame.
Canada.
It won't land at home.
But they won't care. They will. I mean, I guess all the. I wish I still had your kind of. I don't know what it is. I mean, I I don't know what it is, but I just as soon as people start seeing more money coming out of their wallet, that's when they start fucking caring.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why Biden lost the election. He lost the election because of the economy.
yeah.
I mean, not Biden, Harris. Well, the Democrats lost the election because they're fucking completely inept. But but in addition to that, they lost it because the economy, as not the economy, but like the
Cost of eggs, as I recall.
Exactly. People don't look at the economy and like the cost of they don't. They're the same thing to people. If they got to go to the store and their prices of their shit is 10% higher than it was the year ago, that's what they care about. And so, again, I don't know. Like, will every one of them revolt? No. Like, there's some percentage of them that it doesn't matter. Like when Trump said he could shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square and he would get away with it, he's right. Like, there's a certain percentage of people that will just let him literally do anything and they won't care, even if they're the ones that are being affected by it. But I guess the thing is that it's kind of like, okay, just I don't want to overreact to the fact that like it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to shut my business down. What am I gonna do? I just kind of want to see where it's at in 2 months, and we'll see if it's still at 54%, right? Because this is terrible negotiating tactics, but Trump is an idiot, and I think we all know that. Like, he's not a smart guy. He's not a good businessman. He never was. He's just a con man. So, but the difference is he thinks and believes that he's the smartest guy in the room. He's always the smartest guy in the room, but he's not. He's an idiot. So I think what he thinks is he's going to do this, and then these other countries are going to somehow, it's going to give him the leverage he needs to just like get all the things that he wants. Instead, it's just going to hurt people for some period of time until he's going to make up some excuse why he changed it back and somehow still got a win out of it.
Yeah, like he's done previously.
Yeah,
exactly. Like fuck everything up, then lose big time, but somehow turn it into a win.
amazing.
But
it's
anyway,
what you have to hope for anyway. I mean, I don't know.
well, I have a lot of games that I was gonna close out, but now I'm not going to because they might actually be valuable now.
No.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, well, we talked about this already on BGG. Like the marketplace could basically become a thing. I mean, the marketplace is a thing right now, but it never was really a big thing.
Yeah.
And people might just be happy with what they have.
Board game geek math train.
I mean, we
spiking.
do have
Let's
only
go.
like 20,000 great games in the world. Like currently, like it's just
20,000.
10,000, 5,000.
I go
5,000.
8. I go 8.
5,000. I bet there's 5,000 great games in the world. Probably more than 5,000.
I think 5 to 8. Yeah.
5,000 is a lifetime of games.
Okay, I would say worldwide. I'd agree with you. In English, I'd say 5 to 8.
I mean, I hope 5,000. There was there because
I mean, go look at Lance. Bring up what's the 5,000th. I mean, I can do it.
Once you get to about 10,000, that's
what's the rank of
real hit and miss.
5,000? Like, what's the 5,000th game ranked?
I don't know. Interesting.
like overall.
Yeah, well, because you can just go to like a number and like.
I don't know that I would say great. Definitely good. There's easily 5,000 good games out there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Playing, no question.
We're over flooded with good.
Yeah.
we're flooded with shit too. I mean,
So,
just
1002 is Formula D.
You know what's so cool? I just typed
Formula
into
D.
ChatGPT, what's the 5,000th ranked board game on Board Game Geek, and it told me.
Is it right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I didn't check, but
I'm gonna tell you right now.
what game is it? What game is it?
it gave me
Monopoly.
one. It says
What is
The
it?
Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey.
That's not correct. But
No way.
the one that we would recognize is the Towers of Arcanos is 4998.
Batman Flux.
That came out in
Sitting up here at
2019.
$49.96. I gave
Yeah,
that
The
a
Hobbit: An
7.4.
Unexpected Journey is ranked 8,594.
Yeah. By the way,
Zombie
I've
Kittens.
blocked ChatGPT from crawling us. By the way, I don't know how they're getting the data. Maybe that
Well,
was
they're
Zombie
not,
Kittens
clearly.
is
but
5,000.
they were scraping our data way before like I stopped them, right? Like they never
Yeah.
they never
Well,
got
it says as of April 3rd, 2025.
Well, we believe you say, but I
My
mean,
God.
ChatGPT also said I was dead. So I mean,
Well,
What?
Lance, get with the times, man.
Have you guys
I
looked
think-
at Claude, by the way? I know we don't like AI.
Zombie Kittens is
Claude is
the
pretty nice.
5,000.
I know, I just said
Yeah,
that.
zombie kittens, but nobody knows that game.
I'm looking through.
We don't know the game.
I'm looking through 4,900 to 5,000, and there's some good ones. There's some good
Wait,
smart
wait,
ones
wait,
in here, but mostly
Samarkand is a good game.
Zombie
Biblios
Kittens
Dice?
is still the highly strategic kitty-powered version of Russian roulette that you love.
I like the game Tags as a party game. It's one of the better
Tags?
party games I played. It's
I
great.
gave it an 8.2 in September
It's
of
a really good game.
2018.
By the way, I just played Rat Jack. That's a really fun game.
Rat Jack.
Are we
It's like
getting new
it's like
initials?
blackjack
or...
it's like blackjack with rats. It's really good, actually.
That is a very specific number, 8.2.
Let's go.
I put a lot of thought in that. Don't fucking bust my balls.
0.2.
Don't make me
So
second
you rate
guess
on
it.
you rate on a 100-point scale?
I do.
Or
I do.
what, 0.2 point.
Absolutely.
So you have 10 ratings on it for every 10.
Yeah. Well, because I can't just give something like a 10. I want to give someone 9, 10. I feel like there's a lot of room between a 9 and 10.
Really? Okay.
As a reviewer, yeah.
I'm not gonna bag on your reviewing.
Well, I mean, it's just
You seem to
I
be.
like to have shades of gray, I guess.
Oh,
I
I'd just
don't
like to see why people give a 100-point scale instead of a 10-point scale.
Yeah,
Like, it
Minutia.
seems like that seems so hard to beat between 8.2 and 8.3. Like, anyway, whatever.
Here we go. The initials are M.
Oh.
S.
Wait, what?
M.
Mother's sick.
Mother?
M is in Mancy.
Mancy?
Mancy?
What?
S.
What is the radio?
Sucker.
It's mother. Is
It's mother.
for the radio. It's mother.
Oh my God, I spelled
No,
my
it's
last
Mike.
name
It's
phonetically.
It's Mike. Oh yeah, it's Mike. Yeah. Okay.
I spelled my last name with the NATO alphabet for somebody the other day when I was talking to somebody in the States, and I said Peter Alpha Quebec for my last name, and they read my name back to me. They're like PAC. I'm like,
Yep,
the fuck is wrong with you?
that's correct.
Yeah,
Hey, I checked with ChatGPT
Not
and
K,
it was
with a
right.
K, right? It's with a K, right?
But I said Quebec, and
I
it's
know.
like, anyways, whatever.
Isn't it Quebec?
It is actually
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like K-Tel. It's Quebec.
So it's a
Quebec.
K.
I know what I'm talking about.
Alright.
Anyway, here we go. Clue number 1 of MS.
What is it? MS?
M.
Mother
Yes.
suckers.
Okay.
Mother suckers. Connected to the state quarter of Vermont.
The Steak Order of
Take
Vermont.
order.
State quarter.
The state court.
Appeared in 2003's Elf. Jerry Seinfeld was once scolded about this.
Matt,
Go for it.
maple syrup.
Maple syrup
Oh, man.
is
It's good that you got
correct.
that. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'd have to turn in your Canada
Sure, if
card.
I
I
was
would
like,
have
if you
to
don't
turn in
get
my
it, I
card.
was going to be upset with you. Clue number 4 was connected to Quebec.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you think I learned how to pronounce it? Anyway, here we go.
Quebec.
That's how it's pronounced as K.
Yeah,
Quebec.
I live in Quebec. Yeah.
Quebec.
Quebec. Okay.
Debuted in 1987. Number 2. Famously appeared on the cover of Playboy. Whose dad had a Playboy subscription that you snuck looks at? Just me? Just me.
Oh, 2. Yeah.
Number 3. Commonly seen at Evergreen.
Matt,
Go for it.
Maggie Simpson.
And
Hmm.
number 4.
Maggie?
What?
Known for a beehive.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Marge Simpson?
Son of a.
Marge Simpson
Ah.
is correct.
I wasn't even
Marge
thinking.
Simpson.
I should have said that, but Maggie was the first thing that popped into my
Yeah, it
head.
popped in your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I stole it.
Number 1. A former model. Number 2. Known for entertaining.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Martha Stewart.
Damn it! I thought the entertaining would be. Hate you
Well,
all.
here's
I
the thing.
thought
I
that
just
was.
watched the documentary. I knew she was a model.
Her show with Snoop is awesome.
I thought that
Anything
was
with
like
Snoop
that was
is
like my
awesome.
super clever clue. I was like,
Yeah,
known for
it
was
entertaining.
good. It was good.
Yeah.
She was in my brain, but I was thrown off. You got me, Lance.
Yeah.
For president.
Yes. All right. Here we
Actually,
go.
we'll do the rest of the clues and see.
Connected to Anna Gasteyer. Because she
Yeah.
played her on Saturday
Oh
Night
yeah,
Live.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have got that.
Had a prison nickname of M. Diddy.
Oh yeah, that would have. I would have got that.
Famous for living. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been that would have been a more tricky one.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Maybe I should have put that one there. All right, never mind.
What was the
All
gimme?
right. The gimme was connected to IM Clone Systems, which is the thing that she went away for.
Never heard of that.
No, I wouldn't have got
That
that
was-
either.
that was
would've
her-
been-
that was
would've
her
been a blank
insight-
for me.
That was your insider
Yeah.
trading thing. I just figured everybody knew about that.
That was the gimme?
I mean,
Yeah.
I knew,
about the insider trading. I couldn't pinpoint the stock though.
Yeah, we wouldn't
Yeah.
know. I wouldn't know it.
All right. Well, maybe I should. I was wondering if I should just say insider trading. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You got it anyway. Item number 4, clue number 1. Started in the 1840s. Clue number 2. Connected to records. Clue number 3. Has sometimes appeared on posters. Clue number 4. Celebrity ones go viral.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Mugshot?
Mug shot
Aldi,
is
shut the-
correct.
On tonight.
Dang.
You are, yeah, he is slamming. All right,
Dang.
here we go. Number 5. First seen in the 1700s. Nobody? Nobody? Okay. Clue number 2. This is the most popular option. Clue number 3. Often connected to European road signs.
Of course,
Go for it.
metric system.
Metric system, Forrest,
go.
with
There you
the
go.
Nailed it.
with the tater.
All right.
I got one.
Well done, Forrest.
Yeah, better.
Jane, your microphone work?
I'm never gonna get one of these ever. Ever.
You just got to play it more.
Like I am terrible. I am
Practice-
terrible at this game.
Practice at this game helps. Yeah.
No.
Not me.
Scott
one.
said that too. Scott Scott
Betty,
Demare said that
if
too.
it's any consolation, you're tied with Evan and Barry.
Here we go.
Clue number one.
It'll stay like that.
This is a defense mechanism. Clue number two. Occurs at any time of the day. Clue number three. Can sometimes cause severe weight loss.
Forrest?
Forrest, go.
Menstrual cycle?
And
It's a
the
defense
cycle
mechanism.
starts with.
I
Just so you know.
Oh, nah, I'm not gonna.
oh, is it P?
Because you said that, I'm gonna have to use. I'm gonna have to use the other one.
A
Clue number
defense.
Good guess, Forrest.
Clue number four.
Quebec.
Clue number four. Normally occurs in a 3-month window. Clue number five. Often features vomiting.
Dang it!
Matt,
Matthew.
morning sickness.
Morning
There you go.
sickness is correct. Morning sickness.
What's
Forrest,
it-
you were
is it a
closer than I
defense
expected.
mechanism?
Wrong part of the body.
Rebecca only had morning sickness with one of our kids.
Same.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. What's the that the Peter Griffin Family Guy when Lois is throwing up from morning sickness and he's like listening. It's like, come on, knock on our door, and he's like, and he just glares at the bathroom and turns up the TV.
Oh, Peter.
or the when Homer tells the kids, he's like, well, we might have another baby, and they're like, oh, it's like, he's like, we can race them. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have 2 babies, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, it's fun, but for for us, it's it's feeding them and changing diapers and being woken up in the middle of the night. He's like, doesn't mom normally do that? Well, yeah, but I have to hear about it. Here we go. What I think this is item number 7. Clue number 1. Often connected to dances. Clue number 2. Features English. Clue number 3. Private ones feature uniforms.
Matt,
Matthew.
military school.
And all those public military schools. Clue number, clue number 4. Sometimes the first word is junior.
Evan.
Oh, fuck.
Forrest.
Evan.
Middle school.
Middle school is correct.
Matt?
Middle school. I went to junior high. I didn't go to no weird
I
middle
went to
school.
middle school.
Yeah.
I went to middle school.
Middle school wasn't a thing here until a little while ago.
Well,
All we
didn't
had
you just
was-
like throw the kids out into the forest?
No,
and
we
let
had
them run
primary
free?
schools, which would K-8, and then high schools.
Fair enough. Here we go. Clue number 1 is connected to John Denver. Clue number 2 has an orchestra. Clue number 3 has a curtain.
Matt,
Matthew.
Muppet Show.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Yep, Muppet Show is correct.
Wow.
Love the Muppet Show.
I almost had it at John Denver.
His
Don
the
Johnson.
Christmas with the Muppets.
Yeah, that and yeah, he did a lot of stuff with Kermit too. So
Yeah. All right. Well, we got Aldi with 3, Matt with 3, Forrest with 1, Evan with 1, Barry and Shane. It is still anybody's game. We still have 6 left. You just got to rattle off some bangers and we can win here. Here we go. Clue number 1. Sometimes is identifiable by their hair. Clue number 2. Often seen wearing gloves. Number 3. Appeared in 1985's Back to the Future. Clue number 4.
Shane,
Shane, go.
mad scientist.
Mad scientist is right,
Nice.
Shane.
On the board.
Nailed it.
I got one.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Yeah, connected to Dr. Octopus, connected to Victor Frankenstein. Yeah, so the gimme
one.
was connected to glasses, goggles, bow ties, experiments, and test tubes.
Cool.
Look at that.
Oh.
Poor Barry, just over there with 0.
I'm working. I'm doing some stuff. I'm doing some stuff for Evan.
Oh, thank you.
Waiting for my Sharona.
All right, 5 left. It's
I
anybody's
was gonna
game.
say, Evan, where's your?
Anybody's game. Clue number 1. This is a metonym.
Say that word again.
This is a metonym.
Metonym.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
Yeah,
because it's not
Latin
that,
roots.
that clue's not going to do much good for you.
It's
It's like that
confusing.
Martha Stewart final clue. It's just confusing.
Number 2. This can be found at Disneyland and Disney World. Number 3. Often seen on signs. Number 4. Connected to U.S. Highway 66. Number 5. Features businesses and shops.
Evan,
Go for it.
Main Street.
You are correct, Evan. Main Street is correct.
I had the main part. I didn't have the street part.
Main point.
Evan, crawling into contention. Still anybody's game. We got 4 left. Barry, you can rattle off 4 in a row and win the whole thing.
I
Was
love
there
that
a
song
Seeger
by
clue in there?
Linkin Park. Crawling in contention.
All
This
All right.
score will never count.
Number 1. Sometimes seen at churches.
Barry, mass suicide.
You should give it to him. Give it to him.
These Christians are just killing themselves.
I'm going to say, but I give you points for how grim that is.
Yes.
Negative.
Number 2. Connected to an iconic Saturday Night Live character.
Evan,
Go for it.
Mother Superior.
Oh, Evan, I thought maybe swinging for the fences.
Yep,
But
yep.
number 3.
It's MS, not MC. I was going to say more cowbell.
Ha. Number 3.
I got a fever.
Sometimes paid by corporations. Number 4. They can challenge, push, and inspire.
Matt,
Matthew.
motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker is correct. Matt takes the
On fire.
lead here with 3 to go. We have Matt with 4. We have Aldi with 3. We have Evan with 2, Forrest with 1, Shane with 1. It is still anybody's game but Barry's.
I put on pants like the rest of you.
I saw an interview where
You got
where
it pretty good.
he saw Will Ferrell after. He's like, "You ruined my life."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wore this watch up my ass. That was terrible. That was terrible.
Yeah, it's not
And now
good.
I give this watch to you. When your father died of dysentery. Clue number 1. Was nearly killed on a river in 1994. Clue number 2. Was once a newspaper heiress. Clue number 3. Was Felicity Fox in a 2009 Wes Anderson
Barry.
film. Barry.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Oh my gosh, Aldi, I gave you the gimme.
I
You're
know,
like the only other guy I know that's there's a huge Wes Anderson guy.
but I've not
in
seen
it.
that Fox movie. That's
Oh.
like one of the ones I've not seen.
No,
Fabulous
man.
Mr. Fox.
Yeah, Fabulous Mr. Fox
Fucking
is great.
awesome movie.
Yeah, that's a great
I
movie.
was half listening, and for some reason, Meryl Streep just popped in my head.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Sometimes that happens.
All right.
I almost
Barry's
guessed very
on the
wrongly
board.
there.
Aldi, you need the last two to win. Matt, if you get this one, you win it. Anybody else gets it, Aldi can only tie. Number 1. Frequently seen in convertibles.
Shane.
Go
Oh no!
for it.
Damn it!
Not gonna
Manual
guess?
shifter.
Pulled back. He pulled back.
Manual. Well, no. I mean, you don't have to. You're still good, Shane. Don't worry about it. It is a manual shifter, everybody.
Yeah,
Number
well,
2. Wrote and directed an action movie. Clue number 3 is an amateur magician. Clue number 4 once famously declared bankruptcy.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
Oh,
I
I
declare
declare
bankruptcy.
bankruptcy.
I have never seen The Office.
No.
I've seen that clip. I've never seen it in The Office either. I've watched a couple episodes of the British one, and I was just kind of like, okay. All right. Here we go. Aldi, Matt, you tied. Everybody else is playing for glory. And to make sure that Aldi and Matt don't get a win, they have to share. They have to share victory.
The victory.
They have to
Oh,
hold
it's the
hands
worst
while
thing
they walk
ever.
down.
I'm
They have
good
to
with
hold
that.
hands while they walk down. Yeah, well, Aldi cares then. I would care. Here we go. While not certain, most people agree these are at least 600 years old. Clue number 2. You can point to their origin coming from France. Clue number 3. These are commonly found in a distinguishable shape. Clue number 4. These can often appear in baskets. Clue number 5. Commonly dipped. Final clue. These are usually served as an appetizer and are long pieces of fried cheese. Forrest!
Mozzarella sticks.
Mozzie sticks, baby!
How do we not get that?
dang it.
France?
We don't have them.
600 years ago?
You guys don't
600
have
years
mozzarella
ago.
sticks in France?
Fried?
Not fried,
Yeah.
just mozzarella sticks. Just a stick of
Ah.
mozzarella.
Okay. Sure.
Never
Not
mind.
Italy, but France. Oh, well.
No. That's bollocks.
All right.
Can't find it in the supermarket.
Well, good game.
Good
Yeah,
game.
no.
Good questions, Lance. Nice job.
Yeah.
I
Always
had a
good
couple
time.
gimmies that, or
Yeah, Aldi was
gimmies.
on fire there.
I had a
Yeah.
mission statement and a missile silo.
Ooh.
I had Maria Shriver.
Mar-
Don't forget
Shiva.
don't forget about menstrual cycle.
How could anybody forget that?
I got the two medical. Oh yeah, my Sharona. I got Marfan syndrome with multiple sclerosis.
Multiple sclerosis,
That was
I
my
had
first
to.
one that I was like, hanging on.
I still think mass suicide was the best answer.
It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Would it
No,
be
I think
better
the
than-
best answer was menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. That was the funniest, for sure.
What about my scrotum?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That'd have been a good one.
All right. Good night, all. Thanks very
Good night,
much.
Matt.
You meant-
Take care,
Back.
brother.
Oh, I lost again.
Join the club.
I got one, and I'm happy.
No, that was good.
I'm
I was
so
actually
happy.
pretty
Like
stoked too.
I know. That's good.
I expect to get
You
zero.
can turn
with
that
this.
corner, like you can get more.
I can next time. Maybe I can get 2.
See, that's where I'm at.
If it's
Baby
just
steps,
you and me
baby
playing,
steps.
Shane, yeah, you can win.
Yeah. The problem is I'm not like I'm listening to the thing, but I'm just trying to think of things that are MS. Like I'm just literally just trying to think of anything.
Yeah. Mortimer Scrooge? No, that's not right.
I'm trying to think of MS names and just let the game come to me, which is why I don't win much. So if you don't want to win much, but you want
I
to
was
get
like,
a couple,
thanks for that tip, menstrual
Boomer still
cycle.
I
confidence.
assumed you don't want to win, Shane. I'm trying to help you.
Don't worry, I
Don't
just have
help
to keep
me.
my mouth shut to not win. That's easy.
I don't win much.
Oh, nice. Ah. So did you guys know you can late pledge for Champions of Midgard right now? And just, you
Ooh,
know.
10th
Have we lost
edition?
any backers
10th
since this
anniversary
announcement? Have we gone down?
You get, is that possible?
And-
I'm not even kidding. Like
Can people retract their bids now?
No. Once if
bids, I
they
mean,
use the
pledges.
Kickstarter late pledge, they take their money immediately. They cash it immediately.
Oh, do they?
But,
Okay,
but
so-
nobody that committed can back out now.
No.
Oh, I mean, they can technically, right?
They can
You
reach
just-
out to us and say, "Can I have a refund?"
Yeah. Well, they could also
And we can say, "No, thank you."
remove their payment information, or does the payment information get snapshotted and then you've got it? Like, I don't.
Well, I think
normally
actually we
Go ahead,
we
Shane,
have
you probably know
return
more about this
policy.
than I
The
do.
return policy is that I think we take just kick at this point we would just take the Kickstarter
Fees.
fees back.
Yeah.
Like essentially,
Okay.
like anything that we can't recoup, they can't get a refund on. But
That makes sense.
Once we get to the pledge manager, I mean, we've actually articulated pretty well. This is what you get here. This is what you get now. This is what you get now, and this is when you don't get anything.
Yeah.
So, and you try to be upfront about it, so then people
and nobody
can't-
reads it anyway, and then they ask us for something after the fact, and we tell them no, and they get mad,
Sounds right.
and they say,
It reminds
and then
me of the
say
good
we-
old
We
days.
need a Luigi to come after us.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
like that one guy.
It's just unreal to me that people.
I mean, yeah, seriously, like what the hell, man?
I know.
Like,
Like, it's a fucking toy.
yeah, it's a fucking toy.
So just so the audience knows, I think I talked.
Oh yeah,
about
have you
this.
shared this before?
No, but just so people know, I mean, and since Shane's here and he blurted, I'm gonna be fine. Basically, somebody wanted us to do something. They wanted us to offer a certain item, and we said we're not going to offer that item. And they said, "Well, I don't like that. You should offer it anyway." And then we said, "Well, we're not going to. So, but thank you, and we understand where you're coming from, but we're just not going to do it." And then they canceled their pledge, which we were like, "Okay, that's fine." And then they immediately went to Board Game Geek and posted like something basically saying we're pieces of dirt for and we were like just money grubbing capitalist bastards. And then somebody, not us, responded to them by saying, "Well, I mean, you're voting with your wallet. You've let them know what you think. So
Yeah, it was a metered response. Like,
I mean,
like
And
a sane response.
and then he responded by saying, "Well, that's not enough. You just got to Luigi these people sometimes."
Like I was like, what?
Yeah, just like
Ugh.
that's the only way they're gonna learn.
Like, bro, no decision I have ever made in this company, I think, has caused people to die. Like, I don't think anyway. I
No.
denied you that board game, and therefore your loved ones died.
Well, you didn't even deny him board
Right.
game. You just denied him to buy deluxe components. You know,
At least
it
they can
was-
buy a carton of eggs now.
Well, there you go.
Oh, that was dead.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Obviously, eggs have gone down in price.
Mm-hmm.
Have they?
I don't know.
Clearly.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. I don't really buy eggs.
Nor do I make them.
Yeah. I you know, I don't know. I'll be right back. I gotta grab another drink. Hold on. I have to get the old top.
Oh man,
Cool.
Aldi
Yes.
at Pirates of Maracaibo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of endgame scoring.
Is there?
Yeah, we went from like 60 points
Yeah.
on our little thing to like in the 200s.
it over?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, it's a lot of endgame scoring. I can't
I'm
pretend
guessing
to
you won
understand
because
all
I
of
didn't
it.
get the little badge. 254. My God. How did you score so many points?
I have no idea.
I think this game is pretty good, by the way.
I like it, yeah.
Which game?
Pirates of Maracaibo. Like I didn't really like Maracaibo. It was just like endless. Like you just
Yeah.
felt like it took forever. But Pirates of Maracaibo is very snappy. Like I mean, we weren't playing real time. We were playing like turn based. But I think we finished it in like 2 days, right?
Yeah,
So-
that was pretty close.
Yeah, it was very quick. Like
Yeah.
the turns are really easy. Like
Yeah, just click a button,
it's
move
not
to a
as,
place and do a thing. Yeah.
it's not as because Pirates of Maracaibo has like a lot of extra stuff going on that's like brain, you know? Because you're becoming
the main
allies
one.
with the different countries that are fighting each other.
Oh, right. Yeah, Maracaibo.
And
Yeah.
that's like a whole level of the game that I'm like, I don't really find that interesting. But this one, all you're doing is so they've basically moved that to treasure collecting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're just doing upgrades.
You're
and
collecting
grabbing stuff.
treasure and you're burying treasure, and it's basically the same mechanic of like allying yourself with a type of goods, so like gold, pearls, and emeralds. It's the same game, like just different themes. It's all the difference.
Yeah.
And the board is all cards. Like Maracaibo had a print like a static board.
The
Hmm.
cardboard was
much
pretty
changed.
interesting.
It's really cool. I'm
Yeah.
like surprised it took me this long to play it. I mean, obviously BGA helps.
Right.
I'm gonna have to get this to the table now for like in real life. But it is really cool. I mean, it's got all kinds of pirate stuff in it, like gear, ships, houses. You can bury treasure. What else is there? Upgrade your ship. You can raid.
Yeah, everything seemed
yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff.
straightforward.
Yeah, the end game scoring. I'll have to go look and see how you did so well.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that part, but like in game, I was
Unfortunately,
like,
I can't look at
I
the
move there and I do
final-
the thing. That's very straightforward.
Yeah. Like you got 52 points from residences. I did not get I couldn't get a good, like there was no residence that gave you bonuses for gold. Like I buried a lot of gold, but there was no residence. Did you take that one?
Steal that one?
Maybe you did. I wish I could look at the end game. Unfortunately, I can't. Doesn't let
Yeah,
me.
I stole. No, I got the other two. I got pearls and gems.
You got the pearl residence in the game and the gem residence. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
see
so
the
I
gold
think
one.
that's
Maybe
a
it just
big
didn't come
deal.
out.
I think you have to get residences for all those big points.
Yeah, you just have to be lucky with what comes up versus what you have been collecting over the game.
You also had a VP income.
Yeah,
Like there's a method or a mechanic in that game where you can accrue VPs.
yeah,
And that's
basically-
strong because every time you run around the board, you basically get an
Right.
income phase, and your income can be points.
right. I mean, the overall percentage of my total points that was those VP income was
Yeah,
probably,
I'm curious. What actually? Let me see what it's
probably not huge. Maybe like 30 points.
Yeah,
I mean, not that that's nothing, but
yeah. You built 3 residences. I built 1.
yeah.
I had 16 upgrades. You had 15. You didn't do
there we
any.
go.
You did hardly any treasure. You had 0 emeralds, gold, and pearls.
No,
Oh,
I
you
had,
buried.
I
Oh
had-
no. Oh, in your possession, you buried all your
I
treasure.
buried them all. Yeah.
So it's buried gives you more points too.
Yes, because they're worth their full
Worth
value
more.
when they're buried. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had a lot of not buried stuff.
Did you? Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
6, two of everything.
And those are worth like 4 or 5 points each. So that was 10, 20, 30
Yeah, it doesn't
points
show
right
how the
there.
points you get from this. You had
Yeah.
18 points from income, so you didn't have that much income. I had 7.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the game is cool. I'm like kind of excited about it. I need to play it more.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
I'm proposing a rematch.
Do it.
No.
EA is kicking it, man. They
What is
are
kicking it?
they are killing it with the games that are coming out. Like there are so many great games coming out. They
On
just did
what?
Great Western Trail.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah.
They've got what was the other one that I've been playing now? Aquatica, which I don't even I don't know how you just keep destroying me at that game. Like you see you've something synced with you in that game.
But you've caught up. In
I
that
kind
last
of figured
game,
it out.
It was
I figured out
more reasonable.
the flow of it.
Yeah.
Mostly because I watched the tutorial.
But Mesos, I was like,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing.
Mesos.
It's cute that you guys still play games for fun.
I know it's great, isn't it? It feels so good.
It's so cute.
The Digest of Robin Hood is on there, which was pretty fun.
I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
I wish it was just a little bit more like
Yeah,
streamlined.
which was it felt a little.
There's just so many. I'm like,
It's a war.
what
It's
are
a
my-
war game.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
what are all my possibilities?
Wasn't my favorite. Yeah.
It was cool though.
Let's go to Japan is on there. New Five Tribes is on there. Although I don't remember, like, try to play a game that you haven't played in like 5 or 6 years from memory.
Yeah.
You're like blank. I'm like, what am I doing?
I did recently play a game of Five Tribes on there, and it took me like half a game to remember, but it did come back.
Came back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I made some really bad moves, and then I was like, oh, right. But yeah, so it took half a game to come back, which wasn't too bad.
No, again, it's cute that you guys play games for fun.
Hey man,
If anybody wants to play Vampire Survivors playtest tomorrow at 9:00.
What kind of game is that?
Yeah, please do.
Deck building cooperative.
And you're killing vampires?
Oddly, no.
No.
It's Vampire Survivor. And not
Oh, you're
killing-
the
you get
vampire.
voted off
Nope.
the island.
No.
It's just
No,
killing
I know it's called
it's-
Vampire Survivor. The video game is called Vampire
roguelike
Survivors,
game?
and yet there's very little vampires in it.
Well, they just put out an expansion that was all from Castlevania, but yeah, there's very few vampires in Vampire Survivor.
Oh, you
So I
guys got
haven't-
the license for that? Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell Shannon's excited about it. Yeah.
Whatever. You know what? When I actually am running the Kickstarter and I see it come to fruition, then I'll be excited. Even then I'll barely. I hope I can just make enough money to disappear.
Just enough just to sail off into the sunset.
Lance says that shit all the time.
What happened to Shane? Well, he made a
This
bunch of money on one
Yeah.
Kickstarter and he was gone.
Yeah, what's that line? What's that line? Is it like 4 mil? Like what's the
230,000.
I'm a simple man. It's $238,000.
Glad you asked.
What's the line? I mean,
Yeah.
so what are we asking? What's the line to just walk away with everybody's money and disappear?
Yeah.
Or what's the line to like fulfill and still disappear?
Both.
1.4 million.
Which one is that? Is that to fulfill and disappear or just to walk away?
I'm just throwing out a number. I'm curious.
I couldn't.
We got to
so-
go higher.
For one, I couldn't just walk away. I just can't. I couldn't do
I
it.
know.
I mean, I'd like
Because
to.
the 10% they take with the 5 and 5, you need more to walk away.
No, I mean, if I could clear $1 million with what I already have saved up or whatever, I'd probably just be like, all right, like clear $1 million.
Yeah.
I might just
After
be like,
fulfilling. Yeah.
I'd be like, look, just come find me in Albania hanging out with Josh.
Oh, good. So, you know,
Yeah, sorry, Lance. Sorry, Lance. I'll tell you what, it ain't gonna be in this country. For sure shit. It ain't gonna be in this country.
Come
I
to
mean,
France.
Kim has her Irish citizenship, so we can move there whenever we want.
So
Come.
yeah, didn't Rado just move to Ireland?
He did, yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they're not. I think they had their British, they had the UK citizenship that they can live there.
Hmm.
They had dual citizenships.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm
I
not a
sort of
dual
lost track of the
citizen for anything,
details.
so I'm
Yeah,
stuck.
no, we're stuck here.
Yeah, I can't really go.
I mean, here's the
Honeymoon.
thing: is there a better country to live in? I
don't
mean,
They all have the same
France,
shit.
sort of.
Josh
It's
seems to
almost-
You
really
got
enjoy
terrible.
Albania.
Your showers in France.
There's nothing wrong with the
No
showers.
bueno. You don't have shower curtains.
They're too short.
It depends. We have a shower
Do you?
curtain.
Oh, you do? Okay. I'm
Oh,
mostly kidding.
you have
Yeah.
shower curtains
Every time
now.
I go to the European hotels, the shower curtain is non-existent,
Yeah,
or
because
it's
it-
like a very half shower, like it's basically like a little tiny thing that the
Yeah.
water goes everywhere. I'm like, what is this world?
It's like, why? You know, there's
The
a better
showers in
way.
Europe, like guys,
Yeah.
the shower curtain there go all the way across that covers the
Yeah.
water from going out of the shower. Like there's this technology. It's like a,
We figured it out in the U.S. We have
but
figured
you
it
get
out.
these little half curtain.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you obviously didn't stay at the cheap hotels
What is the-
where they
do they
have the shower curtains, which have got black on them. And
Oh yeah, well believe me, I know they're not the best
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
most
but for a
hygienic.
hotel, it's easy to clean.
Sure.
That's all it is.
Or, also, shower doors are a thing.
Yeah.
Most showers in America are doors, no curtains.
Okay.
Talking
Also,
about a hotel
all your plumbing is like you have to step up like 5 feet to get like you're like up in the you know what I'm talking about? You're like elevated in this tub of why is that? Is that the plumbing is not
It's
know what I'm
because
talking
the
about?
buildings were
Possibly.
built long enough ago where they
Probably
didn't
that the plumbing
just-
wasn't really built into the floor.
right. So they had to
So they had to add it on and then build up a statue
right,
like a
It's
the
like
platform.
finding a
I know.
decent shower.
I'm just
in
a
Europe.
real. I have like this whole list of problems with European. stuff.
Finding a decent
mostly just
shower in Europe is like finding an ice machine in Europe. Like
Oh, there's no such thing as ice machines in Europe. Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh no, we went. No, there is actually. We went to Nando's. Do you know the place Nando's?
Yep. They have it.
Chicken. They had
Yep.
ice machine and a
I
soda.
was like, holy shit.
yeah. I
found
got like a
place.
big.
Yeah.
I did like 5 refills. Right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. It was like the
Slushy.
greatest thing I had found in all of the UK was when I
Yeah.
found a Nando's. And
Nando's
they had an
has
ice
the
machine.
soda.
I was
Ice
like, oh
and
my
a soda
God.
fountain.
And a soda fountain. I was like, this
Free
is
refills.
Are you talking about a slushy machine? So ice with flavor in it?
No, just ice, regular
incredible.
ice.
Just ice.
Any
regular
ice
ice.
cube.
Was it the Nando's near the UK Games Expo?
No, the one I went to was in Cambridge
Oh, okay.
because we had gone out of the city to visit a friend,
I see.
and
Yeah.
we're like, oh, let's go to Nando's because we never really had it before. We tried it.
I think Pizza Hut do.
There's a Nando's actually getting built right near my house here, 5 minutes away.
Maybe they'll have ice.
I would never go to Pizza Hut in Europe. I would have to be like starving to death to eat at a Pizza Hut in Europe.
Really?
Yeah,
Don't you
no,
want
I
to see
would
if it's
not.
different? Like I always love going to those and be like, "Ooh, what's different? What do they got different at this?" Yeah.
I'm not very anti-American food in Europe. I want all
Yeah.
this. I want all the European food.
Oh, I typically agree, but I like to poke in and see, like, all right, what's different? Oh, like I remember in McDonald's, I went to McDonald's when I was in Essen a couple times because they had an American menu that was like stupid. It's like what? Like it was ridiculous. Like green pepper chili. Like it was weird.
Hmm.
But yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
When
like
in
I
Rome,
wouldn't
don't eat Pizza Hut.
I made Michelle.
or American croissants.
I made fun of Michelle for going to Pizza Hut in London. This is before we were married.
What a lovely
I know,
husband you are.
Well, we weren't married at the time.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of like turned my head. I'm like, you want to go to Pizza Hut?
You can go to Five Guys. I mean, they're all over the place there.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever even been to a Five Guys in America.
Ooh. It's
I think
good.
there's one in Paris.
Yeah, if you want to buy 2 burgers and spend $60.
God, if I go to Five Guys
Nah,
in
I got my
Paris,
French fries.
someone will be holding a gun to my head to make me go to a Five Guys in Paris. There's so much good food in Paris.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God.
What do you know?
Give me what's the bean dish I love? Cassoulet. Cassoulet.
Cassoulet. You
I
like
love
cassoulet?
it. Oh my God. We don't have that in America. We really
wow.
I've never seen a cassoulet in a restaurant in America ever.
Oh,
I don't
in a
even know what you're
restaurant.
talking about.
Exactly,
Not sure.
because
Yeah.
it's in France, so you can get it in Paris.
It's like
It's
baked
everywhere.
beans
It's baked beans with
with
like deliciousness. in it.
sausage in it, and
Yeah, it's
bits
a
of
really, really,
meat.
really good baked bean thing.
It's
And I
it's
don't even like beans.
it's a peasant dish. You buy a big tin which feeds 4-membered family for like about €1.20. You just tip it into a saucepan, heat it up, and then serve it out.
Sounds good.
You also have raclette.
Raclette is the best.
It is the best. We don't have any. No place here ever
What
has.
is
raclette.
The
that?
best, Jerry. The best.
So that is
Best.
you just get a thing of cheese and you just eat the cheese. It's melted cheese.
They
On
have this
stuff.
thing where you get
It's
cheese
called
and you
raclette. It's a
eat
cheese that you
cheese.
melt and you
It's not the same.
cook
Like
it on like
fondue?
Cheese.
It's kind of like fondue, but it's not
It's
liquid.
big.
It's more solid. It's like melted cheese, but more
It's like a big salad.
bust.
It's a cheese called a
dip.
raclette cheese. It's a special cheese
Sounds
named
good.
raclette.
I mean, I like cheese.
And you boil some potatoes, you get some cold sliced meat, you whack it on your
Bread.
plate, some gherkins,
Whack my meat
So
on my
a
and then you melt your
charcuterie.
cheese, and
It's
you
a
just
charcuterie.
Yeah, you put the cheese on everything.
you just melt your cheese,
Delicious.
as much cheese as you want, and just drip it on and eat.
Sounds good.
It's basically kind of like fondue, but not as liquidy.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm in.
Dude, the liquidy,
I like
man.
cheese.
I love fondue except for burning myself, so that sounds very appealing.
Oh my gosh, my wife tried to make a cheese sauce and it ended up in this pan with like this little like thin puck of like really and she put like butter in there and some other stuff. It turned into this weird cheese puck that I like tried to use because nobody wanted to eat it. So I was like, I'll eat it. It'll be fine. I'm a garbage bin. It's fine.
Nice.
And I ended up with a stomach ache. I was like, oh my gosh. I put it on like my pasta. This puck of
Mm.
I'm a garbage bin. Nice.
I don't want to brag, but
I'm a garbage bin as well. It's like I'm the one that's left eating like the flavors of yogurt which nobody else will eat.
yeah.
It's like they've got to be eaten.
Yeah. You can't let it go bad.
No, you
Yeah.
can't let it go bad.
That's perfectly good yogurt.
Yeah.
Those expiration dates are just a suggestion.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Smell it.
So are you the person in the house that throws everything away on the expiration date, or are you the person that keeps everything on the expiration date?
I'm a
I
person
have
that
mold.
After the expiration date.
I
I'll
taste it
smell it.
first.
It doesn't
I'm the
smell
person
like
that keeps everything past the expiration. Like
Yeah,
that's-
I
do
do that too,
like,
and
but Michelle will not touch a thing if it has passed the expiration. Like it will.
Oh
it's
yeah.
just- might
You
as well
just go, and as long as it doesn't smell bad, I use it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I drink,
also the person
like
that,
milk.
like
weeks past the expiration date.
Yeah.
Problem.
I'll have
Weeks,
to. I'm
it's
always
fine.
the one that has to
Months.
test it. Like there'll be a
Mm.
bag of something. Like my wife won't say anything. She'll just be like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, here you
wife-
go.
what?
Here you-
My
Yeah.
wife say, "Does this smell good to you?"
Does it smell off? This is awful. Smell it.
There's been a few times when I'm like, when I'll make something that I know has an expired item that I can sneak it past and like just get it in there and throw the packaging away. She has no idea.
As long as it tastes fine, man.
Diabolical.
Well, going
You
in
know,
and coming
another
out.
thing in France you cannot get in America? Crepes.
It's a
Crepes.
pancake.
Crepes
Crepes are
everywhere
good.
in France. Like
Crepes are
every
good.
kind of crepes you want. Savory, sweet, all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
What if I want no
baguette.
crepes? Can I get those?
It's
just-
full of-
it's just
traveling
like-
abroad has got to be miserable for you.
What's that?
For Lance?
Nothing.
I just-
He's the one that does go to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, no, believe
Yeah,
me,
why not?
I
mean,
believe
I
that.
don't-
Yeah, I can believe that.
I mean, I know what I like.
I
And I
know
want to
that
mess
I-
with it.
and I don't want to try anything.
I'm like, I'm in France and I see the McDonald's. I'm like, who would go to the? Oh, hey, Lance.
Mm.
new.
as I'm sucking down my second Big Mac,
We were
and I'm like,
I
yeah.
know him.
No, he's got
I
the
love that
subway.
we
He goes to
both
the
go
secret
them
subway.
for very different reasons.
Oh yeah, man, the secret
Secret
subway.
subway in Paris. I'm sure that has.
Well, I don't know if there's one in Paris. I'm sure there
I'm
is.
sure there is. There's
But-
one in everywhere.
when we were at PAX U this past year, we went to this Chinese restaurant, like an authentic Chinese restaurant.
Right.
And
Oh.
Lance was like, "Oh my God, this is really good." And he's eating everything. And I had ordered eggplant. And he's like, "I don't like eggplant." And everyone at the table was eating eggplant. And everyone was like, "Oh, this is great. This is great." And finally, Lance was like, "Okay, I guess I should try some." I kid you not. He takes a piece and he like, you ever watch like a 5-year-old? You tell him like, try something.
Hey, thanks for coming, Shane.
And it's just going out of his mouth like he's just.
He's just like,
Is it like in Big?
it comes into his
No,
mouth really slow. It's like his teeth are just his teeth, not even his tongue. Like, it touches his teeth. He's like, yo, no, I don't like it.
Is that the
It
one?
it wasn't good.
Is that the one that Josh? That Josh knows the owner.
Oh gosh,
Like
you did
Mrs.
like
Kim's or
Mofongo, so
something?
that's good. You like Mofongo.
Mofongo was good.
What's Mofongo?
Oh my God, you never had Mofongo?
Oh, that was a good conversation too. We're gonna go get Mofongo. Shane, I'm not gonna like it. You're gonna have Mofongo and you're gonna like it. And then I liked it.
And then he ate it. And then the next day he's like, "Can we go back to Mofongo?"
Get some Mofongo?
Yeah, buddy, we can go back to Mofongo.
It's like it's
So it's Puerto Rican. It's like they take
Oh, it's plantain.
the plantains. Yeah.
Oh,
Plantain, garlic, like
I must have had this at some point in my life. I feel like. I just never knew it was called Mofongo.
and they put some sort of protein in it, and they have these little crackling pork
love
bits in there,
plantain.
and
sounds great.
And I
Yeah,
thought they
when
smelled
I
bad
lived
on
in-
the outside.
We had plantain. When I lived in Florida.
no, I remember that. I mean, it's sad that we're never going to go back to PAX because we hate it, but because that Chinese food was really good at that place.
yeah.
If that's
It
the
was-
place I'm thinking of, that was good.
I mean,
It's
I would
also
go
the same
go
weekend as
back there
BGG Con,
just
so you'd have to make a Sophie's Choice there. Although maybe it's
No, we already got our
maybe it's-
booth. We
maybe
already
it's-
have our booth at
Oh, I
BGG
know.
Con.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, I'm never going back to PAX. Fool me once, shame on me or you, but fool me
Can't get
twice,
fooled
can't
again.
be fooled
can't
again.
get fooled again.
Yep.
Well, I
you can't
don't
fool
you
me
even
twice.
remember when
Can't fool me
we were
twice.
like the whole process, even when you were trying to get the get our badges, and then the lady was just like being a tool, like you're trying to get it. They're like, "Well, I'm supposed to get my badge here," and then she's like, "Well, and you had the receipt or something? You're on the phone, but they couldn't find it." And
Yeah,
then they
she's
were-
like, "Well, you're not allowed to do that." I'm like, "Well, it says right here in your rules that I am allowed to do that. Like, I'm showing you the email." She's like, "Well, I don't know about that." I'm like, "Well, you don't have to know about it. You just have to see that the rule says you can give
Yeah,
it
the
to
rule
me.
exists.
yeah,
You don't need to know about the rule to know that like you can read, right? You do have the ability to read." Anyway,
Yeah.
You speak English, motherfucker.
I was watching. It was one of those moments where there's like email chains where I see people going back and forth, and like when I see, like, I can always just see, like, oh, there's Shane's mildly annoyed response. I wonder if they'll get it. And then they don't, and then I'm just like, ah. And here comes Shane's more to the point response. And they usually get it at that point. I don't know how many times I've seen. I consider you part of the family of what we're trying to do here. And it's because it's your family. I'm going to talk to you like I would talk to somebody in my family. I've seen that on several emails. Oh, and then it's a dressing down. It's not, and Shane, he does it out of love. He does it out of love. And
Sure.
just trying to and just
the
trying to
short
make things
fuse that
happen.
I have.
Just trying to make things happen.
Are you guys
Shane,
going-
tell
you guys are going
tell the
out tonight?
story about how you threw a burrito at a guy at Taco Bell when it had sour cream on it.
I'm not proud of that.
You don't like sour cream?
No, wait a minute.
Oh.
I have
You
since,
gotta explain yourself.
okay, like This was 18-year-old me.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Much
I don't
much
think I like sour
shorter
cream in
fuse,
18 either.
much shorter fuse, much more quick to anger. And Taco Bell, they got my order wrong. Like, give me 3 tacos, whatever they were at the time. Back when Taco Bell was like, everything like you could eat for $1.99.
Yeah, 59 cents.
Now you
Right.
it's like
Like you just like I got a
$1.
few quarters in my pocket. I'm gonna be able to eat like a king at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Anyway, give me 3 tacos, supreme, no sour cream, but everything else. Okay.
so tomatoes and cheese.
Whatever. Like I
Not-
think that was the order. But regardless, no sour cream, right? Whatever I ordered, it was like normally came with sour cream. I said no sour cream. They put sour cream on it. I went back and I was like, you put sour cream on it. They were like, oh, sorry about that. We'll make you another. So they wrap them, right? So they bring it back and they wrap it. I go back to the thing, I open it up, there's sour cream on it. I go back a third time. I'm like, so that's kind of funny. There's sour cream on this. Can I get it again? And I shit you not, third time, sour cream on it. At that point, I broke. I was like, now they're just fucking with me. So I walked up to the manager and I took the taco and I threw it at his chest. And I was like,
It was
you.
wrapped.
And what's that?
Was it wrapped or unwrapped?
Unwrapped. I said,
Oh,
fuck you. And I walked out.
Oh.
My girlfriend, who's now my wife at the time, I said, why did you leave me? Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
You stayed with
stay
me
with me.
after that incredibly
That is not the
yeah.
that is not
Reaction.
what a sane person does. A sane person doesn't do that.
3 times in a row.
I guess that 3
That's-
times I guess you would just throw it back at him. Not mean throw it back at him, like put it back there and like say I'm leaving. Yeah, I don't know.
And now I just I just felt they were fucking with me, and like
Yeah,
then
they were probably just fucking with you.
I just didn't today I would just laugh at it. Like I would just
Right.
make it like I would just laugh. I would just I wouldn't even care.
So
But
now when you DoorDash things, you can't get it. Like we've been DoorDashing where I get this taco from this place called Torchy's. Do you guys know Torchy's tacos?
no, but I know what you're talking about.
And they have this amazing jerk chicken taco that I love, but no mango. Like I'm allergic to mango.
Mm.
yeah.
I order with no mango. Now, when you DoorDash that, can't do
Yeah.
anything about it when it comes with mango on it. It just sits there and I can't eat it.
Yeah.
No, I can't throw it back in anybody's
You
face.
can call somebody and give them a piece of
Yeah.
your mind.
So what I do is I say, order arrived incorrectly, give me a credit. That's basically how it works now. But then I don't eat
Yeah.
edible
Right.
cereal. Like, because I'm not going to wait a half an hour for tacos.
No.
Again,
You can
Right.
5
When
minutes.
Michelle-
You can open a tin of cassoulet.
exactly.
pour it into
I
a
basically
saucepan.
have a protein bar, something like that.
Yeah, you could call them back and go, look,
It's-
I said no mango, and then I ate it, and I was in the hospital, and I almost died. So what are you gonna do for me?
Yeah. I hope you got a good lawyer.
Yeah, I hope the lack of your whatchamacallit was worth it. I hope
It's so much mango on these. Like because I always check it because I'm paranoid about it.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I'm still allergic to mango. Like I've avoided it just on purpose because I was always allergic as a kid.
Mhm.
I very well might have outgrown it.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, I ate mango in Paris one time. We were at this place, like amazing restaurant. Oh my God, I'd like dream about this restaurant.
And everything
And-
came with mango.
And they gave us these little pots of cream, like pot de creme. And one
Yeah.
was a white one with an orange topping, and the other one was a chocolate with like a white topping. And I'm like,
Mm.
and I ate the white one with the orange topping, and I'm like, my God, what is this flavor? One of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. And I said,
Mhm.
I asked the waitress, so she's like, I said, is this passion fruit? She goes, no, mango. I'm like, oh, okay.
I might
And I
die.
stopped eating it, but I ate a bite of it. So, and I didn't die, and nothing
Yeah.
happened. So I'm probably not allergic. Although I think I'm allergic to the skins. Mango skin.
Who
that's
eats
okay.
mango
Nobody wants
skin?
to eat that anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but I just avoided it my entire life just
That's
because
fair.
I remember
Mango's really good.
like I would like blow like swell up massively. I stepped on a mango as a kid and my foot went.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, crazy. I think I had to go to the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those.
My
a lot
parents
of
cut
those,
down all the mango trees in our yard.
Oh man, a lot of those childhood ones kind of
outgrow.
Yeah.
outgrow, but not always,
My doctor said I could just sit there with a mango and an EpiPen, or not an EpiPen, a what do you call it? A Benadryl.
Benadryl, yeah.
And if you want to eat mango again, maybe I'll try it someday when I'm bored.
And you have the day.
I'm a little
just
like
in
I'm not
case.
really like excited to try it that much because I'm like, if something happens, I'm going to the fucking hospital again.
I mean,
want
it's not, and they're not. I mean, mango's not like that amazing. It's good, but it's not
no,
like.
but I loved it. That's one.
different.
I tasted the forbidden fruit, Shane.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, but
Now you have the knowledge.
that was like in Paris, France.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Right.
you go to the grocery store and get
Yeah,
a
you're
mango.
not gonna get the mango of the Paris,
Not
France.
gonna.
And it was clean. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's clean. There you go. All the signs are pointing to you moving to France, mate.
I could live there probably.
Yeah, but what's
Yeah,
going
I
on?
would be
with-
Pour de
annoyed. I would be,
crème, you speak
I would be
French.
annoyed at many things.
Yeah.
Believe
so
me,
much
I've forgotten
ham.
all my.
There's
all
ham
my
everywhere.
I haven't traveled to Europe in 6 years, so I've forgotten my complaints about Europe. Can you believe
You'll
been
figure them out.
2019 was the last time I went to Europe.
That was the last time I saw you physically.
Yeah, I think we saw you. Did I see you at Essen? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Essen.
Man, time is just a weird figment now. It almost
Time
doesn't feel
is-
real.
Evan, I've sent you a bunch of messages, video
Oh,
links
Thank you.
to my music and sound effects as well.
Perfect.
What are you doing?
Oh, my buddy. So we did this short film a while back, which was like a prelude to a longer feature-length film. And he was like, "Hey, do you know anybody who does like music scores?" And I was like, "Maybe."
Gotta tap your.
And so I kind of
Yeah.
reached out to Barry and put up a Facebook post to just see who I know that does that kind of thing. And then I'm going to send all that stuff over to the guy and see if he likes anything he hears.
Yeah, it was great. Last thing at night is I need a cool message like that, which then I don't sleep because I'm like, ooh, do a
exciting.
soundtrack for a film. Ooh. I wonder
Well,
if I
who
should
knows?
show him that.
I'm going to send him all the,
Yeah.
send him all the stuff and he'll figure it out.
Yeah. Cool.
And I have
It
no
is
idea,
cool.
details or anything, budgets or whatever. I know I'm in the movie, but I don't know anything about
Yeah.
anything else.
I'd probably be cheap anyway. So
Did you actually like audition for the movie?
Well, I was in the short film that was like the proof of concept thing for the longer film. So I'm still he didn't make me audition again.
You're pretty much grandfathered in.
Yeah, exactly. He got a couple of big names, which
Name
I
one.
mean big names, but like they used to be big names. So the guy from Beastmaster, Mark Singer, I think is his name.
wow. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there's one MS Mark Singer. That's what I was thinking of.
See?
Mm.
Oh, fuck, Lance.
And then
This
it
is
was
crap.
like this. I think I forget if he actually got or if he only tried to get it was like the school teacher from Little House on the Prairie.
Oh yeah,
School
Melissa.
He just
That's
had
a-
some very specific like casting in his brain that he's like, oh my gosh, this is my dream person.
So he was like, I need the Beastmaster for this movie.
Yeah.
Said
Yeah.
nobody ever.
Well, my buddy did.
They called and Mark Singer was like, "Yeah, man, I'm not doing anything. I can do it, sure."
Surprisingly, he wasn't booked.
Hey man, I loved Beastmaster.
And V.
I'll name you Kodo, and I'll name you
And
Podo.
I love
Never saw it.
Beastmaster, and I'm excited to be in a movie with that guy.
He played Man-Bat in the Batman animated series.
That
Did
is
he?
true.
See?
He did do that.
He was also in one episode of the Highlander TV series.
Oh,
See?
boy.
I did not know that. I remember reading he was in some movie, and then somebody said, it stars Mark Singer, whose only acting ability is the angry stare. I was
I
Oh.
remember the
Whoa.
confused stare a lot from V.
He was in Chips, an uncredited role as a spectator.
he was in like daytime soap operas for a while.
Mm.
He had a role. in one of those like One Life to Live or Guiding Light or one
Right.
of those things.
Dude was in everything.
Forrest, you got to be looking at his IMDb. Which is the thing that he was in?
There's a lot. I mean,
No, I mean like there was one like daytime drama like Days of Our Lives or
As the world turns.
As the World Turns.
One of those. Well, you
Yeah,
guys can
Eagle
make
Eye with
fun. I'm
Shia
excited
LaBeouf.
about it.
The animated stories from the Bible, music video, volume 1. He was Adam.
There you go.
He was in an episode of Twilight Zone. I don't see the
crying out loud.
Dallas. He was in 12 episodes of Dallas.
That's
Oh, there you go.
Oh, the Love Boat. Is that it? No, that wasn't
Well,
a
Dallas
TV.
is
Wasn't
one of those.
daytime.
That's a soap opera kind of thing.
He was in the TV movie for
The
ladies
Young and the
only.
Restless. Young and the
Okay,
Restless,
okay.
1999. Played the character Chet. Thank you for nothing.
He was
Played
in
for
Hawaii
ladies
Five-O.
only. He's a young man from Iowa who came to New York hoping to make it as an actor. However, he didn't get a break. Was almost out of money. So another actor who moonlights as a stripper encourages him to try it out. Eventually becomes the headliner of the club, but his acting aspirations are in danger because of it. Sounds like a
This
great
is-
TV movie.
Oh, I thought it was his life story.
Ah!
I was like,
The
oh, that sounds right.
He was in one episode of Chips.
There you go.
best one.
Uncredited.
So there, I saw this
Uncredited
on YouTube.
spectator.
This funny Chips video came up, and it's like the most 70s video ever. It was like the Chips cast skating in a like a roller rink kind of thing, and it was like the Chips reunion, but it was on the show, but it had all the other people from all the other shows also in the show. Just like they would show like, oh, the person from like, I don't know, Barnaby
That's
Jones,
cool.
like a different show, like in the same network. Like it was like,
That's
oh,
fun.
this is the show. This is the show where they show all of the characters from all their shows on one episode of a show.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like,
I love
oh,
stuff
it was
like
so
that.
fun back in the day.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, it's such and such from that other show is on that show. You're like, oh, exciting.
We're in the same universe.
Remember when you were a kid?
Oh,
like the Love Boat and Fantasy Island have a crossover.
That
That was
so
the best.
you live for that. My God.
Or like
Oh,
or
yeah.
Supernatural does Scooby Doo. Oh, shut the fuck up.
You're waiting to see if is Ted Lang gonna ask Mr. Rourke for a fantasy? I mean, you're so Isaac. What's
Did you know they rebooted Fantasy Island? I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know if it's any good.
Probably. But I dug the Fantasy Island, man. That was a
I watched it all the time.
oh yeah. I mean, it was like
I like the ones that were like kind of sci-fi.
oh yeah, or the
Even-
ones where it was like some weird like remember. Do you remember the one where she wanted to figure out who the real Jack the Ripper was or whatever, and then she got stalked like the one she went back to Victorian England or whatever, and then she was being stalked for it, and then he almost killed her, but then all of a sudden like somebody grabbed his hand as he came down with the knife, and he looked and it was Mr. Rourke, and he looked directly into Mr. Rourke's eyes, and he put like the fear of God into him, and he ran off into the streets and got run over by a horse and carriage and was killed.
Oh, that's dark.
Yeah, it was very dark. It was yeah, no, I mean
Forrest,
yeah, I mean that was Fantasy Island was a good show, man. I mean I wasn't a Love Boat guy, but Fantasy Island was good.
1984. I was a Love Boat guy too.
I mean, it was like that show that was before.
You had to have a crush on the daughter of Captain Stubing.
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
Jack the Ripper. Let me see here.
Can't remember. Love Boat characters.
Wow, you can watch like there's a YouTube channel has 179 episodes of Fantasy Island.
Get started, man.
Get going.
I mean, we will. Yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
It's a treasure trove right there.
Oh, how good is that?
I thought about going to watch Survivor. The David versus Goliath episodes are apparently some of the best of the series. Like episode of season 34 I was reading about it. The producer of White Lotus basically was on Survivor,
Huh.
and his season was one of the best they've ever had.
Wow, that's
He was
cool.
on Survivor.
Yeah, the producer.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's aspects of White, Survivor in White Lotus. Do you watch White Lotus?
hmm
Yeah, he was a contestant. It was David versus Goliath. It was basically like successful people in the Goliath team
I see.
versus the Davids. That was the aspect of it.
All right,
Caboose
okay.
hit the-
I gotta ask Forrest a question, and I apologize because most of you won't care. Did you catch the John Cena and Cody Rhodes promo on Monday?
The 20. I saw the one that the 25-minute one. I haven't seen the most recent.
Well, the
25.
one on Monday where Cody Rhodes interrupts him and says, "Let me talk to you," and then John Cena goes on like a 15-minute tirade about what like just how Cody Rhodes is just a lot like basically he sucks and why John Cena is the only wrestler worth watching.
No, is it good?
You gotta watch it. You gotta
Me and
watch
my
it.
family, oddly enough, just watched that 25-minute clip tonight where he came out there and the Brussels crowd just fucking ate him alive.
Yeah,
And,
no. You gotta go watch it. I don't want to say anything else because you need to go into it blind, but it's good.
I will watch it tomorrow because my kids were like I got done watching it with my kid, my 12 and 10-year-old son was like, "You're never gonna see another wrestling promo like that one again." Like that's
Oh, wait till you see this one.
I'm
It's
like,
Can you
it's
just give me
good.
a summary, like a
Well, I mean, the
summary?
very top level is like, I mean, the entire crowd in the UK is chanting, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." Like just chanting like top of their lungs, and it's going for like minutes and minutes, and finally his music hits. Like they keep on, and then his music hits, and immediately they
music?
cheer.
John
They
Cena?
cheer immediately for John Cena, and then it immediately just again boos, like just loudest boos you'll ever hear. He comes out. He has the grim look. He comes out. He walks up there. He gets done, and he gets on the stage and he gets ready to talk. And they keep booing him. He gets ready to talk. They keep booing him. He finally is going to start talking. Cody Rhodes music starts, and so then he turns and looks, and Cody Rhodes comes out, and then like he comes up, does the whole thing. He gets in the ring, and John says, "Well," and he's like, "No, we've heard enough out of you." He cuts him off immediately, and Cody Rhodes just does a blistering like 5 to 10 minute speech about why John Cena is and it's no holds barred, like I've heard everything you had to say or whatever, and he like even like he basically said he had like a small penis. He's like you got more dick in your words than you do in your pants, and stuff like that. I mean, it was
I
just
think
it
go off the
was
rails now with the HBO.
oh yeah, because it's on Netflix, and it is hardcore. And he's like, John, you're
I wonder if
still
that's
my
more
hero.
popular.
Yeah, but he was like, John, after all that though, I got to tell you, you're still my hero, but you're a piece of shit. It's just and then John Cena does like, and everybody's like, cheering and cheering, and then John Cena just rips into him and just says, it's like, basically, like, and he doesn't hold back either. Like he said one point, he's like, I made a billionaire. He's like, you just take billionaires' money. It was just like, and he just goes on. It's like, it's like, you want to say I bury people? He's like, I bury mediocrity. Nobody has ever achieved the success that I have. He's like, I am the face of wrestling for decades. You could maybe hope to be. And it's, and at the end, he has the crowd eating out of his hand. I mean, they're cheering John Cena towards the end. It was just, it's two guys just basically having a great crowd behind them. It is the height of cinema, as they say. He's a good actor, and he's basically, I mean, he's bridging that gap between reality and make believe, and it's blurry. So, I mean, 2-day event, WrestleMania. Can't wait. It's gonna be amazing in
When is
April.
it?
It's what, April 19th and 20th or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be
Coming
amazing.
up.
During a gathering.
Well, no, and it's just like it's one of those things where it's like you get 2 days. It's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be a lot of really good matches. Gunther went full on monster heel because he's got to protect his Gunther's this giant monster wrestler and he's got to protect his belt against one of the Uso brothers, and he wrestled Jey Uso, who he's not wrestling at WrestleMania, and he beat 9 levels of bullshit out of him. He like blood pouring out of the guy, and then his brother came out to save him because he wouldn't let him go, and he handcuffed his brother to one of the ropes, and then proceeded to like continue to beat the hell. And he's just like there's blood all over Gunther, and he's just like smearing it, and he's like tasting his blood, and he's like he can't reach him. It was just one of those things where you're watching it, and you're like, oh, they could have never done this on USA, but on Netflix, they're just like, this guy's just got a pool of blood underneath him, and he's like, save your brother. Oh, you can't save your brother. You can't get away. And he just proceeds to continue hitting him over and over again. Everybody, I mean, because it was, I don't know, it was good. If you don't like wrestling, you don't like wrestling. But right now, this is where they pull out their full on A game right now is when they do to get people excited to watch WrestleMania. And it's gonna be the first WrestleMania ever on Netflix.
Who runs WrestleMania now?
What?
Who runs it? It's not.
Well, I mean, the two people are Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, or you should say
Oh, yeah.
Paul Levesque, who used to be the wrestler Triple H.
McMahon?
Stephanie McMahon, his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, the daughter.
And that was another line that Cody said. He said, it's like you didn't make you. You got made by a man who sat in an office that we're not allowed to talk about anymore. It was just like they barely mentioned Vince. It was
Now,
like I said,
now our education department has
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's great. And if that doesn't tell you everything about everything that's wrong, I don't really
Yeah,
know.
no, I mean that is one of those ludicrous things. Really? 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 But yeah, no, I mean, uh, it is one of those things, and as Forrest and anybody else who's follow wrestling, WrestleMania is like a 2-day event, and then when they have Monday Night Raw the day after WrestleMania, that is like must see TV because it's all of the aftermath of it, and it's usually like huge, and that's like one of those old jokes where it's like where the son asks his dad, he's like, Dad, is it true that fathers name their sons after something they love? And he's like, well, Raw after WrestleMania, I have to. But who played any games that they want to talk about? They may play a board game that's fun. Shane's got to be playing Path of Exile. You're all looking off to the side. You got to be playing Path of Exile, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Dude, the new Assassin's Creed is great. Shadows. It's feudal Japan. It's awesome.
It's good.
Yeah.
I haven't played
I like
Creed
Assassin.
game.
I mean, I like Assassin's Creed game. It's like it's the best of the best of what they do. Yeah, like it's just it's a lot of different tasks. I mean, it's a lot of there's some repetition, of course, but like I like it. I like the exploration of it. I like the challenge of the infiltrating a castle and assassinating a person in the castle without getting caught. So fun.
And I've
I mean,
jumped
the
back
last
into
one I
Dying
played
Light.
was the pirate one, and I really like that. So,
Dude, the
Skull and
Viking one
Bones.
is amazing. The Viking one, Valhalla, is so good.
I found it boring. It's gorgeous to look at. It was interesting.
Too
and then
little
there's nothing.
gameplay or what?
Yeah, there's nothing to entrap you, story wise, character wise, mission wise.
I like all the little stories where you basically this one's a revenge story.
Hmm.
I mean, they're all
as
like
all
that.
good stories are.
They've taken out
Revenge.
they've taken out the what do you
What's
call
this
it?
yourself called?
The computer thing that the weird
Yeah.
We
What's it
were talking
called?
about
I can't
that.
remember what it's called, but
They took that out.
yeah, they
No,
mostly took because I hated that part where it pulls you out. Like, oh my god, you're having the greatest time. Oh, we're pulling you out and put you in the real world.
Now you need to go to your cube and
Yeah,
work.
you got to your cubicle and do a computer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
what?
guess I only played the first three, I think, and
Yeah,
then I stopped playing them because it was like this is just the same game in a different setting over and over again. Maybe they've added some stuff to it, but it was
I mean,
like it was the formula was just pretty much exactly the same.
yeah, they're formulaic.
Hmm.
You're assassinating about 50 different people that you have to target throughout the whole world, right?
But it's fine, but it was just like the first three, it was like they were like it's like you go into a town and you have to assassinate these three people in the same it's like the same exact things you have to do in each town. It just didn't feel different. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
But I liked it, like I said, I liked the first three quite a bit. I love
You played the Black Flag?
the infiltrating.
You played
No,
the pirate one?
whatever the first three were. So
Yeah, those were the ones in Italy, right? Or Venice?
yes.
Yeah.
Vicenzo or Vicencio or whatever
Yeah,
the heck
that
the
character. I forget that character.
character's name was.
I don't know. I think the game is real. This one lets you play two different characters. One's a stealthy female, and the other one's a large black man samurai, which is actually an interesting story. They pulled it off.
Apparently, he's based on a real samurai.
Yeah, there was the one samurai that was black.
Yeah,
That's an actual like there is a historical reference to that.
and it's an interesting story.
Did anybody ever play any of the Hitman games?
Yeah, I wasn't patient enough because Hitman, you really had to be stealthy. You couldn't just
I
run everybody down.
I always get that, and it's like this is what you need to do. You have to kill no innocents. You have to do this. I would
Yeah.
just kick the door open.
Yeah, like everybody's dead.
Just I was like, I would always try to do the stealth stuff until I screwed it up, and then it was just like, okay,
Same.
give me
I'm
the
like,
machine guns.
You'd be like stealthy for like a half an hour, and then you get caught, and you're like, oh my god, now everything has to go. Everybody has to die now.
Yep. Yeah, you just you're strangling anybody to take
I
their
normally don't
clothes.
like stealth games, but like Assassin's Creed, like you can be stealthy, but you can also just be crazy murderous and kill everybody in the castle.
That's why you have the two characters.
Yeah, the samurai guy is just he's an ass kicker.
It's a tank.
Like as soon as you get him going, he's just like, oh my god, you're just killing everybody. But he can't climb. He can climb, but not good. So it's you have the trade-offs.
Well, that's
I don't know. I
seems
think it's
stupid.
a good game. I've played
Who
them all.
can't climb?
What?
He's just slow.
Well,
when he
it's
does it?
yeah. He's clunky. He can burst through doors, and he can't jump, and he doesn't have a grappling hook. So he's limited in what he can do, but he's strong.
He's an American football player with armor on.
Got it.
Are you playing it?
No.
Barry?
No, I've been watching.
You
a lot of
played
reviews.
Valhalla?
I played Valhalla.
My God, and you didn't like it?
It was just
Yeah,
dry.
that's fine. Yeah.
I like to explore, Skyrim style. Oh, there's a hall over there. What's in it? No. And after a while, it was like there was nothing
Yeah, there is a lot of the
interesting.
same stuff, but yeah, and this is like that too. It's castle after castle after castle.
Even when you start building your village in England, it's like, well, I just got to get this amount of rocks and that amount of wood, and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
it's built.
it's the same formula.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find it very fun.
Yeah. It
I
just didn't catch me.
I did love the diving off of shit into like bales of
Bale
hay.
of hay.
That was always
They've
fun.
added that, and that they made a twist on it. If the samurai jumps off the top, he does it like a weird like she'll jump off and it's like a very graceful swan dive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like he jumps off and he's like flailing like
Yeah.
hits on
Ass
lands on his
first.
back.
Mm.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, my back. All the hay goes all over the place. It's great.
That's why I'm playing
Not
Dying Light
it's
at
not
the
stealthy
moment.
at all.
Dying Light is like you can be stealthy, you can run through shit, you can jump off of buildings, but there's so much more to explore.
I never
Just,
so Dying Light is that
yeah.
I meant to play that at some point.
Yeah,
I got
it's
another
just
dog in. Be
addictable.
right back.
Addictable to kill zombies and dodge zombies and do parkour and
You guys
really
like
hit
the
it off.
Spider-Man games at all? You ever play those?
Oh, I love Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I platinum both of those games. That's the only games
Yeah.
I've ever platinumed.
Yeah,
I
love.
haven't finished it.
Yep, I've always had.
Platinum is
always
a new level of obsession for me. Like I normally don't care about that stuff, but like for those Spider-Mans, man, I did everything.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a
Even
terrible.
the secret platinums, like the ones that you have to like investigate how to do them.
I'll play like a couple of story chapters and then I'll do shitloads of exploring and find every single thing that I can find, and then I'll do another couple of chapters and then I'll dig
I
up
like the
every hidden
Batman
treasure.
games too. Do you guys play the Batman games?
Yeah.
I played a few of them, but yeah, those are good too.
I want a new one of those.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm like, I did not do all the riddle. Did you play the one with the Riddler?
Yeah.
With all the riddle puzzles. Oh my god, there was hundreds of them.
In the second one, yeah. But Arkham City,
Arkham, yeah.
I nearly got them all. There's a
That
couple
game
that
came out
just
super
physically
buggy.
can't come out.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, it released very buggy on PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredibly buggy.
But no, story wise, you're captivated. Mechanics wise, you're progressing bit by bit.
I love the fighting system in that one.
Yeah, that's what works for me. I mean, Assassin's Creed, there's so much you can do. You can build your weapons up, you can build your armor up, you can build your character up, you can go and build your village up, you can build this up, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah,
And
there's almost a little too much in it.
Yeah,
I don't like the village building part.
but it feels like it's essential because it offers
Yeah,
perks.
you unlock things.
Oh, and there's that game as well, wasn't there? I like the rune game that you can play. That was quite interesting.
That was actually interesting. It was a good game.
Yeah,
Mini game.
A mini game inside a mini game.
Mhm.
So,
Did you guys ever play Witcher?
yeah, I'm playing Witcher.
There was a game in the Witcher 2 that was like
I like that game. The game was fun.
Gwent.
which they
yeah,
turned into a real game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which they turned into a real game, but they didn't really like. It was like limited edition or something, wasn't it? Like it was just like they didn't really make a big deal of it. It was just like
I've put it on my wish list.
The Witcher?
Gwent.
The legendary card game it's coming out in 2025.
Yeah.
oh they're doing okay.
Not released yet. I guess
Because I know I
think
know
it's out.
somebody made like a Gwent, like they did it, but it was like I only found it because I was like, I wonder if they ever made a game out of this, and like I went looking for it, and it was like you could find it, but they were expensive and on eBay.
Now up for pre-order on February 8th.
Yeah, it comes out in August.
Ooh.
Wow. What does it cost? Is it a collectible?
I don't think it is.
It's got to be, right?
It's got to be, yeah. If it's like the
Well,
video
they-
It's
game.
collectible in the game.
I want another Witcher game. I want one of those.
I want someone to play the Witcher game with. I'll be
I want
playing
another God
solo.
of
Hey, do you
No.
play the board? Did you play the Elden Ring board game just delivered? Are you into that?
No. Wow.
I watched
It's
a review.
Elden Ring.
So we bought it. Like I got it because it's Kickstarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
It delivered. It's 50 fucking pounds.
Bloody hell.
And I'm like, okay. Before I subject this to my group, I'm going to watch a review.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not good. Not a good review.
Sucks.
And I'm like, motherfucker.
I mean,
I'm just
were
like
any
so
of the Souls
frustrated.
games any good? Like, I mean,
I don't know. I don't think.
I've given up on
I heard
Steam.
the Dark Souls card game was good.
No.
No?
You didn't watch my review.
Oh, I didn't watch. No, I didn't watch your review.
that was the one that's only 3 or 4 players, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
It was designed
I
by
meant to
Eric
play
Lang,
solo.
I think.
Was it Eric Lang? No, because he was he
No.
the Dark Souls card game?
Oh no, Bloodborne. I'm thinking
Oh,
Bloodborne.
I like
Yeah, the
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne card game was good.
I like
Simon. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good one.
I thought Bloodborne the board game was good.
I tried playing. I think I tried. It was Dark Souls. I think I tried playing, and it was like this is just. I don't know. It just
Mm.
did like
The
there
board
were all
game.
kinds of problems with the rules.
Yeah.
There was like a million different erratas or whatever. It was like, oh my god. And
a
then I don't know,
million
the
different
game.
cards.
the game itself just isn't that interesting. I love the video games. Like it's my favorite game series of all time. But I mean, it was just like
Didn't
I
work
don't know. It just didn't
as a board
translate
game.
well to board game.
The boss battles were the best bit. They were interesting, but you had to build up to that point.
Right. That was the monotonous part.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was like that one where it was like you die, and then it
Yeah.
was like the video game where you have to start all over again.
And
The
all the
video
monsters
game,
respawn.
it's the video game. It's fine because you're just like boom, okay, you're right back at it. But in a board game, you're like now you're having to reset shit up.
Yeah. And every
It's just
time it's like when you're searching for material, as I said, there's about 100 cards. You draw a card and it's like, oh, something you can't make because it's not your level, or it's, there's no way you're going to collect that many resources. And it was like,
Yeah.
fucking out.
I
It
think I
was
would just cheat
luck
it.
of the draw. Pick up a
I
good
would
weapon,
probably
pick up a
just
good
cheat it.
armor, and then you could get through it and get to the boss and then fight the boss if you were lucky.
Anyone play Horizon Zero Dawn board game?
Yes.
Bad,
No, but not
but
not
not good.
not for me.
Did you
Yeah.
like the game?
The game's amazing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I have all of the stuff from
Have
it.
like
I just
the 19 boxes that they put out.
oh my God, I forgot about it, and they just showed up at my door. 12
That's
boxes,
a lot of
full
boxes.
size. I was like,
Yeah, they're huge.
where am I
too.
gonna put all this? Like, this is
No,
too
it's
much.
not like oh, something that just delivered to me from 4 years ago or 5 years ago was I did the all in of Street Masters from Ninja or what was the name of that? Black
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Black what was the name of that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Black Studios.
Yeah, and that was like they're the ones that blacklist, and then they're the
No,
ones
it's
that
like
did.
it's 4 or 5 feet of boxes of Street Masters.
Or they flat out like that's the one that like they ran out of money and there's a bunch of their stuff they haven't completed. That was
Is
like
that the miniatures company that like
Yeah.
way oversold, like way over promised? They're like, here, you can have 3,000 minis for $5.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
they were
they did
like,
that.
wait a minute,
Yeah,
this isn't
the
working.
minis. Yeah, the
You
minis.
can't do that. Huh.
Did that ever deliver?
I think the first one did, and the second one maybe half of it did.
The
Like-
first one did because you were able to contact QML and pay them the shipping, and then they would ship it to you because QML had to do that so they could make money off of it.
Because they didn't have but nobody paid the ship.
Because they had everything in their I mean,
Wow.
and again, some of this is supposition, but they had everything in their warehouse, and Blacklist couldn't like they had collected all the shipping and everything like that, but they couldn't afford to tell QML, well, hey, ship the stuff out or whatever. And they're like, well, you owe us this much money still, so we're not going to ship anything until you pay that. And they weren't going to ship that stuff out because that's the only card they had, right? That was the only thing they could do. So they, and then eventually what they came to, I think everybody assumes that Blacklist was like, well, you owe us so much money, just let us reach out to people and say, hey, pay us $40 in shipping and you can have your stuff. And then there was a lot of people that were basically like, I don't want to have to pay. I shouldn't have to pay shipping twice. And it was like, well, you're not going to get your stuff then. And they're like, well, that's bullshit. I'm going to wait for Blacklist to figure it out, and then, well, Blacklist was never going to figure it out. I just said, here's my $30. Please ship me my minis. And then I got them. So, and there's still people that go on to that old intro, still waiting for my resolution to this. And I'm like, well, I mean,
Got your resolution. Like,
well,
you
no,
got it.
and the thing is I shouldn't. I'm not trying to make fun of those people, but I'm like, you had your window. I mean, now you're going to get nothing. So, I mean, it sucks, but
Yeah.
I mean, you should have taken the offer when you had it. And it's just because everything that wasn't sold, then everything that pretty much wasn't picked up, I believe, and I'm not sure, but I think like QML ended up like selling it or something. I don't know, but I mean, it was just kind of like, well, we're not going to house this stuff anymore, so see you later.
Harry,
Yeah.
I can't find your Dark Souls card game review. Is it on BGG?
Not the card game, the board game.
Oh, the card. Okay. The card game is what I heard was good.
All right.
That's. I have some hope that there's a Dark Souls game that is good, worth a damn out there. So I heard that was okay.
Maybe in a couple of years.
Well, I've got
Maybe
it.
in a
I've
couple of
got it.
Everything
years.
circles. It's like
I've got it here. I should try it just to see what it's like.
I've just seen that Corminia doing The Adventurers, which is an old Frederick Henry
Yeah,
game.
and they weren't they didn't kickstart it. They just sold it.
Mm.
It's
I mean, if you guys ever want to see really, really, really horror, I mean, and I'm not saying this because I like Uva a lot, but man, go to the Stellaris.
Actually,
the
that was a
Stellar-
good video game that I reinstalled just because I was thinking about Stellaris.
Yeah, go read the Stellaris comments sometime, Shane. If you ever think that like some of our
I'm
backers
sure it's
ever
awful.
have anything negative to say, go read some of the 14,467 comments on the Stellaris Infinite Legacy board game.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
What happened with that one?
it's 3 years
Okay.
late.
Oh,
And it's just like, and at one point Uva just stopped responding to people.
Yeah,
like
I think just for his own sanity, he has to stop looking.
yeah.
He wants to get it done. It's gonna happen.
And I was like, huh. And I go to here to check it, and I'm like, oh yeah, everybody's in here now, like talking about tariffs and how they're gonna have to come to us and ask for, because the stuff's still being made. I mean, it's still being produced.
Oh, that's a lot of plastic for that game.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
I mean, Uva is a friend.
yeah, he is a friend, and I think he will. So somebody posted a link, and I'm only going to say this because Shane. So Shane, I get a laugh out of Shane. There's a YouTuber. He's called Liege of Games, and I'm not a big fan of this guy's channel.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of just he's a rabble rouser and shit talker kind of person. And if that's your thing, great. It's not my thing. But somebody posted that Stellaris got in a recent he posted a video, it looks like 9 days ago, just the worst like Kickstarter problems, and it's like, and he said that, and Stellaris is his number one. And he says here, and I was looking through the comments, and people say, you should check out this one, you should check out this one, go check out this one. And here's what he says: Adventures in Neverland by Black Box Games. I hate those guys.
I hate them too. They only
Yeah.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Never seeing it.
There's Adventures in Neverland.
Yeah.
I still get an email about once every 2 to 3 weeks from somebody that says, hey, I see you're like listed as a partner. And I remember I reached out to Shane. I was like, what should I say to these people? It's like, throw them under the bus.
What happened? I don't think if I followed these guys.
They got like 500,000 euros and like never made anything. And
Nothing at all.
Ooh, it's bad.
never made a damn thing. And there's even a video of like some like Norwegian YouTuber who is like an investigator, and like he found them golfing on a and like you can find the YouTube channel, and like he basically found them out on a like just golfing, and he just said, so you took all this money and why didn't you make a game? And they're just like, and then he got into, and they basically were like, oh well, I mean, stuff happened, and just like kind of vaguely.
My guess is that because I told them they were offering too much and they weren't charging enough for it, I was like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, listen to me. I'm telling you, stop spending this much money on the art. Stop spending this much money on promising people all this stuff because it's going to be too expensive to make. And my guess is after all was said and done, they looked at everything and they were like, oh, you know what? That guy was probably right. This is too expensive to make. And they probably didn't have the money. And that point, they had a choice to make. And they were probably like, well, we'll just keep the money. We'll just slow roll it and keep the money. I mean, that's my guess.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and
I
yeah,
really
and
like
that's
the music,
just
by the way. I would totally back this if I must not have been paying attention.
Well, it looked
well,
great.
Yeah, it does look great.
well, no, and then they said like, I mean, and then the thing is, they had absolute updates that said, oh, stuff's being manufactured right now, and it's just so it, and then they did what everybody does in those situations. They string people along for as long as they can until they finally just have to like say, and we've gone silent.
Yes. And yeah.
Um,
I
and then we don't even want to. I mean, the whole weird Peterson Games thing going on, which is just insanity. I mean, with the
oh, yeah.
that post of, oh, we thought we could make our games in the U.S. We didn't listen to anybody.
Oh, right.
God, you're joking.
No, you never read that?
No, but
Oh, you
even I know
got
you can't make games in the US.
Even
yeah,
with
no, I mean,
54% tariffs, you can't do it.
yeah, I mean, it was some guy that like he basically has his own like he has his own blog, and he was going to work for Quimbleys, which was the company that like was gonna like take over, like gonna help produce the things for Peterson Games, right? And that was
Mhm.
like the whole, that's what they were going to be able to do. And um they uh you it was one of those things like they basically um had to like, oh, we're gonna do this here. I'll find, yeah, this is. Let me see. I'm surprised he didn't take the blog post down, because yeah, my year in manufacturing and games, and it was like basically and they talked about how they got a warehouse, they bought machines and printers, and they were all about, we're gonna make these games with all these plastic components in the United States, and then they're like, it's like, for those of you who never worked in manufacturing, the iteration progress can take a long time. You design a product, you test it, you create prototypes and see what works. This is all fascinating and eye-opening, but it's really tough to do. And then we found out that things are cheaper in manufacturing as China. China has a level of expertise and efficiency that is very high, and that they pay their workers significantly less than they do in the US.
Oh
You know,
God.
it was just, yeah, it's just that he was talking about like, oh, we all of a sudden realized that, oh, the manufacturing cost for everything was 5 times greater at the very least as what like Chinese manufacturers would do. And, and then we realized we were fucked and we weren't going to make anything, and everybody got laid off and everybody lost their jobs. And that's my year of working in manufacturing and games, which means, yeah, just and and uh and most likely you didn't manufacture anything. I don't know. And I mean, it's just the Peterson game stuff is just ridiculous. I mean, and I kind of know Sandy, at a certain level, but um, the one thing was, the line is, honestly, we had no idea how angry the Peterson Games audience was about having paid for games that never arrived. Even when we announced we'd be fulfilling those games for every one of the backers, frustration and resentment still manifested itself constantly. No matter what progress was shown on the prototyping and manufacturing of the games, an uninterrupted stream of rage would fly back in our faces. I was like, yeah, you probably should have done some vetting when it's like, and then he said something like the line says it's something like, gamers can be a pissy bunch, let me tell you,
Yeah.
was an actual line in the thing. Uh, yeah,
Oh.
no, I mean, it was was it we looked more closely, it would have been promised the prices that they had paid on Kickstarter would barely cover production on one of the more complicated ones, let alone shipping costs and having profits left over. There were so many plastic miniatures in the game that tooling alone was a crushing financial burden that would cripple the merchandise line commercially before anything had ever been produced. It's just I always just like, what, how did you fall into that? I'm just it's just insanity to me. Like, it doesn't sound like they had
I remember reading that back in the day and being like, wow, that's a big undertaking.
well, yeah, and it's just
Thinking
kind of
that
like,
the company was way bigger than I think it really was.
yeah.
It's one of those things when if you read it, you're like, well, they must know something I don't. And then after a year, you're like, never mind. They don't.
Right.
Oh,
Turns out.
there, this is a response to this guy's blog post. The
I'll see
tone
you guys
deafness of this post. Oh, see ya.
Take care of yourselves.
Take care, brother. The tone deafness of this post is mind-boggling, blaming everyone and everything else but the people running the business. Why would you buy a warehouse and machinery without comparing it to the cost to manufacture in China? Yeah, it's
Until
like,
after the fact.
it's like, why wouldn't you talk to the people like Peterson Games who had already manufactured games in China? That's like, I'm not even close to being an entrepreneur, but that would be my first step before I sunk my money into something like
Am
this.
I wrong in remembering that all this stuff still is in China?
Yeah, it is.
Like, is it just sitting in some warehouse in China?
Well, I know the game
Have
Hyperspace
or have
is.
they destroyed it?
No, I mean it's theoretically still sitting in
But who's paying the
a
bill?
well, who knows, right? I mean, who
Like,
knows?
if no one's paying the bill, they're probably destroying it.
Oh no, it's or it's just being, yeah. I mean, they would destroy it. They would find somebody that would
Really?
well,
You don't
no,
think
they'd find somebody to buy it for 10 cents on the dollar, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
it'll just
So
be,
there's still something there of value somewhere. Like, I thought, remember Storage Wars and all that stuff? Pallet Wars?
oh yeah, I mean,
Or
I'm
Container
sure.
Wars? Whatever it was called.
But yeah, I just yeah, just
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, people are just, I mean, I mean, I do believe that Uva will deliver this game. I do think he will.
Yeah.
I do think he'll deliver Stellaris, and even if if it's 98% perfect, the backers will take that 2% that isn't, and they will rip it to shreds because of that. You know, because they've been waiting so long, and that's all they care about. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
You ask yourself, why did I even bother?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just other than the fact that theoretically, like, once the game's, if it's good, I mean, it'll people will want to buy it and play it and whatever. And you can theoretically maybe make money off of it, but
Very theoretical in this market.
well, yeah, now. I mean, I can't even. I can't even. I mean, it was funded in 2022, and again, Uva's a friend, so I'm not trying to trash him, but it was funded right around COVID times, right? So I mean, it's like that was kind of like a golden age for board games at that moment,
Yeah.
and yeah, things have just proceeded to spiral out of control quickly from that point. I don't know. It's the board game world is I mean, and that's what the other thing. When people were complaining about tariffs and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, the board game world is going to be so affected by this." I was like, "Okay, everybody's going to be affected by this." I mean, it's just like, every single person. I got a buddy who works at a manufacturing plant for farm equipment, and my buddy Brad. I mean, he's like the purchasing, and he's just like, I mean, we're looking. He's like, we've been trying to stockpile as much like all the fabricated steel and everything we possibly can, as quickly as we can, trying to get everything we can into our warehouse that we can, because we know we're just going to be fucked, when it comes along, and it's just, yeah, I mean, it's every industry is sitting there going, this is insanity. What are we going to do?
Oh yeah, it's
And
crazy. It's crazy. I mean, though I will say, like, one of the things that if this is prolonged, I mean, one of the things, if you want to survive, you're just going to have to do it on direct sales, like direct to consumer sales.
yeah,
Because it's the standard like supply flow that adds so much cost, right? Like it's like, okay, you buy the game costs $10 in China. Now it goes to 15, and at a minimum you want to get 5x, and that's at a minimum of landed cost. So you can double your money when you sell it to distribution. And if you knew that you were going to sell all the copies ahead of time, it wouldn't be a big deal. Like somebody like Stonemeyer, I mean, it hurts his bottom line for sure, but they have no fear of going out of business because of this. Because they do so many of their sales direct.
yeah. I mean,
So
I don't know. I mean, everything's pretty freaking. I just
sucky.
went, yeah, I went to the Quimbleys.com. Every type in Quimbleys.com and go to the website where supposedly you can take orders right now, and then see what they have.
Wasn't Quimbley the Morrissey ripoff in The Simpsons? Remember that
Mayor
episode?
Quimbley.
No,
Yeah.
no. Oh, it wasn't Quillaby. Quillaby was the Morrissey the episode with Morrissey in it.
I thought
Morrissey
it was Mayor Quimbley though. I thought it was Mayor Quimbley.
Quimby.
Maybe.
But Quillaby, the Morrissey episode of The Simpsons is amazing, by the way, if you're a Morrissey fan or any interest in Morrissey. Quillaby. Anyway,
No,
whatever.
but I believe you. But it's just like you go to Quimbly.com and it says enter store using password.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you for visiting Quimbly's Toys and Games. We are making some changes to the site and we'll have it back up shortly. We have finalized the systems at the new warehouse, so if you placed an order during our transition period, it has likely already been shipped or will be shipping out very soon. We are busy crafting fun new experiences for you and will be opening again before long, so please check back soon.
Do they got a business?
Well, theoretically, they were selling the back stock of like Cthulhu and stuff that they had.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, no, that doesn't sound good. That they just basically have. Um, yeah, no, that looks awful. That does not look good at all. So,
If you haven't received your stuff, don't worry. It's coming.
don't worry, we kept your money. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, you just hope the best for everybody, and you just hope that as few people as possible get hurt by any of the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't wish the best for everybody. There's some people I just
there's
don't.
some people that I don't like, and I hope they,
Mhm.
yeah, no. And I wouldn't give Legion of Games any views either. That guy's kind of a turd. Well, no, he's just the guy that everything about his all his videos, and admittedly his videos get thousands of views, but I mean his videos are all about you know uh games that flopped that everybody loved, games that just like things that are shit that everybody thought was
Yeah.
good. This company's going out of business. Just like it's just feeding on the on the shit, in which it's like, yeah, the guy looks like a tool too. Maybe, but I'm sure he's a wonderful, lovely human being, and he's amazing, and I'm sure he's just and good for him and all his success. I hope he does amazing with everything.
I don't. No. Anybody who tries to make a living off of stirring up shit can die in a fire.
Well, geez, Shane.
I know. Yeah, but I mean, part of the reason we're whatever.
Well,
There's-
I know where you're going with it. So I just, I mean, there are very few things. I mean, hey, I back a Kickstarter and it doesn't deliver and it's super, super late. And I've gotten my hand slapped in more than a few things where I backed and I never got a damn thing, and I never will get a damn thing. And I've come to just say, well, that sucks, because you can't really say anything else. What I despise are the people that just don't have the balls to just say, yeah, you're sorry. You know, it's like you just thought. I mean, that's the thing that I hate is like, oh, I just you won't step in and say, wow, I really made a lot of mistakes and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to deliver this. I'm really sorry. At least that like gives me closure. It's the ones that are like, are you can see they log in still but they are not posting updates. I mean, like, and the ones that just flat out lie, like what's your game with Madeira? I mean, just flat out lying, like through multiple things, like making fabricated pictures of production lines and things like that of games being made.
Seriously?
Yes, like they posted all these things that, oh yeah, the games are 95% done. We just need to package them up, and then they finally realized that they didn't have like anything, and they were like, like basically like this. The two people at What's Your Game had like a friend of theirs take over and do updates, and basically like shed the light on like, oh yeah, I mean it's just like yeah, this was stuff, and there was like, okay, so we're still putting the rule book together and things like that, and everybody's like, whoa, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I mean, it's just like I mean, like there was a update in April of 2022. We finally achieved the level of quality we're looking for, and coordinating with our various suppliers, we approved the production samples and the games are being made, and assembly will be completed in the middle of June 2022. And then like a year and a half later says, so we're still working on getting the rulebook files together. And it's just like, what? Just and then like there was a post in like, I mean, like nobody said anything for years, and then like they did this big giant post in November of 2021 that said, this project will always be worked on, and all of you will all receive exactly what you backed for. There's no other possible scenario. And then he's like, what, why haven't I said anything? It's just like, and then he talked about that uh and then he basically like said that they had family issues, and then the two people that run it are a married couple, and then his mother-in-law was um uh diagnosed with cancer, and they said that she had between 8 and 24 months to live, and so it's just like, so my wife left and we had to do all this stuff, and basically it was like, oh, all these things happened, and we couldn't do it. It's just like, it was just like a big long you know story, which is like, okay, it's like, I mean, and then also it's just like, we don't want to work because we realize we failed you, and that just every time we try to work we feel bad about how much we failed, so we can't get anything done because we're super depressed. And it's just like, well, you kind of appreciated the transparency, but at some point you're just like, well, um it's like we need to go to like one of the things what it said is like we need to get rid of the depressive thoughts that we're having, and then so we need to I had to go to expensive therapy so I could reset my mind, and then
With
and
your
then
money, thank you
and then,
very much.
and then I needed to take and then I needed that we had to allow ourselves time to heal, and you know, and that's why you needed to respect our privacy, you know. And then it's just like now, you know, it's like I realize you're upset, but please put yourself in my shoes. What would you have done in these situations? And it's just like, and like nearly everybody said, you know, I don't know, just be honest from the get-go. You know, it's like instead of like saying nothing for a year. Yeah, it's just, you know, I mean, it was, you know, I mean, you know, and a few people were like, I understand that these things happen or whatever, but then most of the people are like, where's my fucking game? You know, just like, you know, take your shit and put it away. You know, and it's just
Like you're not getting your game.
no. I mean, I've written that one off. I mean, that was just like it's like, well, you know, and I got off light. That was like what? That was like 50 euros back like 5 years ago. I mean, that's like nothing. You know, it isn't like these people that backed like, you know, like the Sandy Peterson Games ones that are like, oh, I did the all in for $780. You know, just like neat, you know. I just it always stuns me with these campaigns that I mean, and again, you know, there but for the grace of God go I, but I mean, like how did you like how did it go so wrong? You know, just like I mean, how did you let it just spiral out of control? I mean, you understand how it works, but you're also just like, I don't get it. You know, I just it doesn't seem like
I
you
think it's
know,
pretty easy actually. You
I
basically you get a bill due to pay a bill in from a warehouse or from a manufacturer, and you don't pay it, and then your basically games are not you're never going to get them,
Yep.
and then you have no way to make more money to pay those bills. So
but we need the
Yeah.
tape so
Pretty
we can
easy.
sell our demo.
yeah,
I mean, so many companies were playing that Ponzi scheme game with,
but
with Kickstarter, like
yeah,
campaign, and then launch this other campaign to pay for the campaign that otherwise you won't be able to deliver it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, here's an idea. Figure out what your costs are at the beginning and then put the money away and don't touch it unless it's for making the game. That's a novel idea. Well, what if I got to pay my rent? Well, then I guess you better go get a fucking job.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I mean it's just it's tough, right?
It's not that
But
tough.
I was
well,
reading.
no.
I was
I
reading
mean,
Lazy Gamer. Someone actually commented on Lazy Gamer, March 3rd, 2025.
oh, I'm sure it was like, where like
No, it
this
was like I'm so disappointed with crowdfunding. I'm just basically so many projects like this have made my experience on various crowdfunding platforms a sour one. As a result, I will no longer be backing anything on Kickstarter, GameFound, BackerKit, etc. I am done. The platforms, it would seem, care about their bottom line, as they should, but they do not care about the overall customer experience. Obvious fraud by bad faith actors is ignored at the screams of frustration of those out of the hundreds of dollars or more, or never reach their ears, or if they do, are considered background noise to be ignored. I am
So I
sure
mean, I guess
many
the
games.
question is how many campaigns actually fall into that category? How many deliver and how
Yeah,
many
it'd be
basically
interesting
don't?
to know the stats. Yeah, I don't know. Like 1 in 10 fail, 1 in 20.
I don't think it's 1 in 10. It's probably less than that.
But it's like one in
Like,
50.
yeah, just like
I,
ones
I,
that basically just don't deliver anything. Like
I
just take the money.
yeah, I have a lot like that.
What's
they're
that?
not
If
usually
I went
board
through all my,
games.
I mean, I've backed several thousand games now, and I've got probably maybe like 10% fail. So out of a couple thousand, so I would say 5% fail.
5%, like
I
fail,
would say
fail.
5%, just nothing,
Just
disappear.
they took your money and you
They took
get
the money, you never hear anything back. Like they did a couple updates in good faith, and then they stopped posting, and with no resolutions of like you're ever going to get anything.
yeah.
I got several like that.
So one day ago on the Dire Alliance horror, which I backed just for the miniatures because the miniatures look fucking cool. So he posted this. because he Alex Lim did an update in January that basically said, hey, so I don't have any money, and your stuff is done in China, but I can't get it out, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out something to do or whatever. But he says, before confidence in your company and future campaigns can be secured, can you address these genuine concerns? Number one, the Sadler brothers said you used the name Max Lay, an anagram of Alex Lim, while claiming to be an intern at Blacklist Games. If not you, who is that, and what was his role in the company? If so, why did you hide your involvement? Number two, Easy Ship called you out for lying to Dan Spezzano when you said they were unable to ship his contract, claiming he hadn't provided his full address. Easy Ship said it was because you had failed to pay their warehouse fees. Is this true? You also claimed in an update that 75% of the Contra games had shipped. They hadn't, as confirmed by later updates. Yet to date, only one person I know has said they received theirs. Why did you claim they had been shipped when you had outstanding warehouse fees? Number three, that person, coincidentally, created the unofficial Blacklist Games Sucks Facebook group after you had kicked her off of your official one. Was sending her a copy of Contra directly in an effort to have her close her group. Since the
Contra.
group
I
since
forgot
it's a
about
group that doesn't censor its comments or kick people out that voice concerns about you. Four, why did you walk away from your previous company, Artistic Justice Games, and the unfulfilled Fairy Tale Games miniatures campaign without a word? Here's a link to that campaign. The comment section is very telling. Since you're here to make things right, does that include the Fairy Tale campaign? Number five, you raised $1.4 million on Kickstarter for Lasting Tales before shipping, yet no books or minis were physically produced. You then sold all the STLs for the miniatures to another company for an undisclosed fee. How were those funds allocated? There are suggestions the money was used to pay warehouse fees, acquiring new license, and other costs for another project. Is it not a violation of Kickstarter to use funds from a project for things outside of said project? Six, is it true that Kickstarter forcibly canceled your Myth and Gold Kickstarter due to you having too many unfulfilled projects open? If so, is your suggested name change for Blacklist an attempt to get around that restriction? Going back to the terms of service, you say you cannot raise funds from a campaign to pay costs for other campaigns or projects. Can you explain why you publicly stated in your last update that's exactly what you did? And then in your January update, you claimed you would be making monthly updates from there on out. It is now April, and we've had no further updates. Are you willing to concede that we're just never getting these games? Yeah, but no, I mean that's what I hate. Is it just say it. Just say you're not getting it. I'm sorry I screwed up. Best of luck to you. Give people closure. I mean, people have tried to sue people for these things, and you can't. I mean, it's not an option. I mean, I don't know. It's just insane. It's um, just like I said, just say you're not getting your shit. Sorry. See you later.
Yeah.
But I get it. I mean, you don't want to say it because, well, I mean, then you have to and why would you want to go and stick your head out of a hole if somebody's just going to come over and try to smash it with a mallet? I guess. I mean, I guess I can understand that too. But I really wanted my horrific glob of mini. It looked like a cool giant mob, like blob thing. But
Night, you're never getting it.
I'll never get it.
I mean, next level might be able to make one for you.
Which games take over a bunch of the Blacklist stuff? I thought there was something to that. Maybe not.
I don't know. I mean, it's just it's a whole bunch of nothing. And that sucks. I mean, I'm sure he didn't go into it saying, God, I hope I can just take a bunch of people's money and then not make anything.
You don't know that. He may have done that.
Well, that's true. But I guess I hope that they went into the things with the best of intentions and then horrible things happen.
I would assume good faith.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to hope for good faith, right?
And at some point, though, is that true? Like, I mean, sure, on the first campaign, maybe, but like, but if then you're starting other campaigns and collecting money, $1.4 million, and you haven't made anything, and you're claiming that it's for what? Warehouse fees? Where's your warehouse? Beverly Hills?
Which game was this?
That was
Was it
so they did that first minis thing, like there was blacklisted the first minis things, um and then they made a bunch of money. I mean, that was like huge. It was like a couple $1 million. And then they, which I'm sure they thought, oh my gosh, we're sitting high in the hog now, and then they and then they did the basically the fantasy miniatures 2, which raised 1.4 million, and then they put together
But they never
a
delivered on the first one before when they launched that second.
no, they hadn't yet, which was really weird. I mean, but what, like I said, you got people in the US got it if they reached out to QML and paid the shipping.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
like, my point though is campaign 1 had not been delivered when they had launched campaign 2.
correct.
Right. Like
You can get
QML, well, there wasn't an issue with QML at that point in time. People just didn't know. So, now then that makes me, when you do that, it makes me like think like, okay, did you really ever have any intention? You're just trying to like, I don't know. Are you just trying to like get as much money as you can while people still somewhat trust you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, but he got people to give him money, and now I mean, he's just gone now. I mean, um, he's vanished into the ether or whatever.
All right.
Um,
I wish I
yeah.
could be a person with just no scruples.
Well, I mean, I think I also think he has no money too at this point, right?
Maybe.
It sounds like he's squandered every single penny.
That's fair.
And then and he's just, and that's that then, as they say.
That's that then.
Well, that's that then.
the game.
What have we learned from this?
Just
I don't
going
know.
forward. I was trying to find any record of the GameFound page, but it's not there.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, with that
Yeah, no, I mean,
depressing Kickstarter,
but we have a new American hero, Cory Booker. So
Mm-hmm.
Cory Booker.
did you read that he didn't eat?
Yeah, it's amazing.
He didn't eat any, like
Or go to the bathroom, right?
well, he didn't. Well, no, and he made sure like he didn't eat and didn't like have anything to drink.
Surprised
Like
he didn't pass out.
well, no, and he just kind of, well, yeah, he was doing a bunch of coke probably, but no, but no, and then he kind of sipped at water while he did it.
He sipped 2 glasses of water that I could see.
Yeah, and he said, but
Over 24 hours.
he tried to make sure that he didn't, he didn't, he didn't want to load himself down. I listened to some of it, live. It was,
Yeah, I watched a good amount of it.
yeah, I mean, there was a couple times when I
don't know
listened
what
to
it
him,
will
like,
do, but I guess I'm happy that it was done.
there was a couple of times when he said, like, when he meant to say like 72 hours, like he said, like, it's like, when I was writing this 72 years ago, and I was like,
Yeah.
what? And I was like, oh, 72 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, his brain was malfunctioning a little bit near the end.
Well, I mean, you stay up that long, it's gonna happen.
I did a 24-hour live stream at Lincoln's place that one time. I felt like I was gonna die. Like I had like literal heart palpitations. Like I could not go to sleep.
Yeah,
Like, I was trying
that's
to go
horrible.
to sleep at the end of it, and I'm like immediately waking up and like with like heart arrhythmia. Yeah,
Um,
I won't do that again.
we did for Level Up charity, we did a 24-hour D&D session. And that was tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24 hours you have to like be doing something like you're like it's a lot. Like a whole lot.
It is a whole lot.
Yeah, I stayed up the whole time. Like, because people like came and went as we played all day and night. And then I think I was the only one that stayed the entire time, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
But some of the people just went, they would sleep for like 3 or 4 hours and come back, which is 3 or 4 hours is like all you need, really. That'll get you through it. And then I remember the next day I was just like, man, I feel like death. It was not good. I regret it.
When I went to Poland last year, like I was up for pretty much like 36 hours straight.
Mm.
But I wasn't doing something I wasn't doing anything where I had to like be on, right? Like where I was either giving a speech or, like something where I could at least turn my brain off and do something mindless.
Yeah,
If
36
you
hours is definitely significant.
yeah, you kind
Were
of
you
have to.
traveling, or like were you just sitting in a plane, or what? Like part of it?
I was so plane, and I cannot sleep on a
You
plane.
couldn't
Like
sleep. You didn't even micro sleep, like catch yourself dozing off. No, nothing like that.
no, like I just like I have such a hard time getting any kind of sleep, and I have tried everything. But yeah, and then when I landed, it was the morning, and I had a whole day like
Oh yeah,
basically planned for me, so I couldn't like,
sleep.
and then it was like it was visiting the Larian studios in Poland, and then it was like the whole day working there. And then we're like, oh, now we've got dinner plans. So it was
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, now dinner. Like I got 2 seconds to drop my like luggage off in my room and then just walk across the street and start working. So, and then it was like dinner. And then after dinner was over, I had caught my second wind at that point. So
Yeah.
it was like I just
Let's
kept
go
staying up.
48.
But yeah.
I mean, staying up, that's a younger man's game. I remember like,
As you
up.
as it's what, 2 a.m. right
Speaking
now?
Well,
of
this is
staying up,
one of the rare
I'm
night. I don't stay
I'm
up.
checking out. I gotta
Yeah,
go. Like I'm actually falling asleep right now as we speak.
yeah. I was gonna say we'll wrap it up, but
Yeah.
Forrest, I need the word. I need the word. If you're gonna leave a comment, what's the word?
Huh? Oh,
Last time we did it, you gave me aardvark. I need
wrecker.
Did anybody actually give a comment on this?
Oh, tons of people said aardvark. So I mean,
What?
so what did you say? What's the word?
Wrecker.
Like WRECKER?
I don't care how they spell it. I'll let it fly.
All right, we got the word. All right, everybody. Well, we started late. Sorry about that. I had to stop an assassination for the Nerf battle. Chase a bunch of.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it tomorrow, Shane.
All right.
I
Night.
got
Y'all.
chase kids out of my garage. But yeah, everybody, just take care of yourself. Be good.